Hello.
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 Hello, everyone.
Hey, Gerbo. It's midnight
Happy
in the
Friday.
UK for everyone who needs to know. It is midnight in the UK, and we've got UK people here. Gerbo the Druid, it is midnight. We need to entertain
Hello.
him because he's staying up late, and we will do that.
Oh,
You are
this
in
will be
for
a
a
fun
treat
one.
tonight,
Happy
Gerbo.
Saturday, then.
I believe I have found new ways to offend
This is a
English
fun
people
one.
on tonight's stream, and I am going to
I think
wholeheartedly
we've
delve
offended
into
the
it.
English people enough. No,
Nope.
we're
Never,
going
never
further.
enough. Further. Yeah, just wait
Christian,
till
I feel
July
like you're.
4th.
I feel like you just pick a different country all the time and just
I do.
like
My goal is to not be
Or
able to
first
leave,
Canada, now
the
England.
Or
US.
state.
Yeah.
We did make fun of that one for a while. Was it
Well,
Wyoming or some
Oh
shit?
yeah, well, but then they finally downloaded a podcast, so they're cool
I
now.
think it was probably Wyoming, right?
It was
Wyoming.
Wyoming or North
It
Dakota,
was
wasn't
Wyoming, Ken.
It was Wyoming.
It was Wyoming. Yeah. Anyway, the two people in Wyoming listening to us are cool. The rest of the people in Wyoming can suck a dick.
Hey, some people like that.
Well,
Some people
everybody,
do.
I wanted to quickly introduce. We got a couple of new people here on stream. So for the first time ever joining us, we have Chris.
No, second
Um,
No,
time.
Chris has been
This
on
is
our
second
stream
He's
time.
been
before.
here before.
Chris,
Yep.
what did you play before with us?
Chris played an honor and intrigue one shot.
Yes, he did.
Oh, well, that
By
explains
the
it. I
GM,
wasn't here
yeah.
for that one.
Yes,
Yeah.
you were
My
not.
bad.
But Chris played in
Yeah.
our honor and intrigue one shot that was run by the writer of honor and
Bashman.
intrigue.
I thought it was the
which
writer
awesome.
that actually did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
GM
which
by
was
the
awesome.
creator.
Well,
God,
fair
what is
enough.
his
Well,
name?
Chris, welcome back. Chris has played RPGs
also
with
Chris?
kind of some of our groups here for many years. He's in our long-standing Shadows of Estrin game that I run outside of DMs After Dark. So welcome back, Chris. And then also returning for her second stream with us is Ellen, and she is actually going to be playing her. She's going to be playing
Reprising her
character that she.
role.
Yes, she's reprising her role in her former glory. So welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Ellen. So tonight we are taking a little bit of a reprieve from the dark Celtic mystery
I do have an
bossing that we've been
announcement
playing.
too, Troy, just to say, but go on. But I do have
Yeah.
an announcement. Yeah.
Um,
No, you continue your thing, but I'm just saying.
Fair enough. Okay, so we are going to be playing a one-shot tonight, which we may return to later. The game is called For the Dungeon, and it is by Jordan Palmer. The premise of this game is we are all playing minions of the big bad evil guy, and we are up to no good and getting into shenanigans as minions do. So I anticipate the stream will be hilarious, full of nonsense and chaos. So can't wait for that. Christian, you got an announcement you want to make, bud?
I am going to shamelessly once again hawk our Redbubble, which I'm going to put the link in our chat, because if you haven't looked at what's there, there's some really cool artwork that we've got done for our RuneQuest campaign by Katrin Durim, who does the work in the RuneQuest books. That's how cool she is, and that's what big shots we are, that we actually have like the real artists doing the work. It's because we pay for it. But
It's crazy. It's so good though. It's beautiful.
really,
I'm
really
in
good.
love with Bryn. Like,
So
she
we
looks
have
great.
it up there. We have character art. You can get character stickers. You can get character throw pillows, which is really awesome. There's someone out there who has a Rue waifu pillow, which is fantastic. You can get like
It's not
World's
t-shirts.
best house wolf.
Yeah, you have all sorts of stuff you can get. So check it out if you do, and you feel so compelled, go ahead and buy something. You can also get Damn After Dark t-shirt. So like if someone asks what's that, you can be like, you should know I'm a cool hipster and you're not. And support your favorite unknown streamers. Okay, Troy, that's it.
Wait, I just want to say really quickly, good
Yeah.
memory, Amber. Yes, I totally blanked on the name, but Chris Rutkowski.
Yeah, I was
Is
gonna
the-
say his name is
Yeah.
Chris
Yes,
too,
is
right?
also
I'm like
Chris,
doubting
yes.
myself because Chris is
No,
also
no.
here, but I'm like, there were two.
Yes, good memory.
Just know
Chris
him as
Rutkowski.
Bashman, because that's what he's on Discord.
Yes.
So
Basic Action Games, Chris Rutkowski, creator of Honor and Intrigue. Amazing game system.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I had.
All right. I did want to let everybody know, both the players and the viewers, that this session, something that I'm going to be doing is we're going to be having a lot of throwbacks to previous characters, previous games. There's going to be a lot of Easter eggs in this. One of my favorite things about For the Dungeon is it is designed to be very easily ran as a one-shot. But the adventure itself is very episodic. So there's kind of little things that happen in between each adventure. Obviously, if your characters die, which is very possible, you're a bunch of minions, they are easily replaceable. So there's a lot of replayability in this game, in the system. The system itself is also very simple and intuitive. We'll go over character creation with the players here in just a quick sec, but it does use a 6-sided dice pool system, similar to like the the Blades in the Dark mechanic.
Powered by the Apocalypse.
Powered by the Apocalypse. So
Yeah.
it's similar to that. It's not exactly the same. But you do use D6s. When you roll a 6, no matter how many 6s you roll, you succeed at the thing you're trying to do. If you get a 4 or a 5, you succeed, but there's complications. And then anything less than a 3 is a failure.
So it's just whatever our one highest dice is. Oh, look at that cat dice.
Yes, correct.
Someone
Okay.
really cool must have found them.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So why don't we go ahead and
This is
start off
interesting.
by everybody introducing their characters.
First, because I have all my stuff done. I know some other people don't. So this
Perfect.
might give a good example of the stuff. Yeah, I'm just writing everyone else's names down so I don't forget because I'm old and I have to do this. I don't look at the Zoom when we play, so like I know everybody's like changing names,
okay,
but I don't look at it, so I have to.
It's
I
okay,
have to
Christian.
do
You're
this.
monitoring our.
I do a
He's
lot of stuff.
monitoring our
Savage.
Twitch.
I do
Yeah,
a
you
lot
aren't
of
the
stuff.
typical boomer, Christian. You're in charge of all of the electronics.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, we're like,
Millennial.
the audio's fucked up. Christian, fix it.
Yeah. Christian,
how
there's
do
been
I open
times
this
when like
PDF?
Christian spent like an hour before we go on Zoom just fixing something because the computer's like, no, I don't want to do this tonight, and I'm like, fine.
Yeah.
How about an update?
Maybe.
Eileen. All right, so I have one of the things is there aren't like classes in the game, but there are like little categories, I guess is what you would call them, or like not even archetypes, but just things. So my character is an independent contractor, so I'm not really like necessarily
Roles.
native to the dungeon, but I work for the boss. I am an orc. My name is Rippa with an A, Rippa, Rippa. My trait is I'm a right cracker at a bashin', mate. My tool is I got a big red axe. I do. Because red ones go faster, and my motivation is getting shiny and proving I got the most heads out of all the orc boys.
Which
Heads
you
is
said
balls, orc balls.
You said
I
it
got
was
big
the what?
orc
It was
balls.
the male.
It's the balls. It's orc machismo, man. Machismo.
Orc
man.
machismo.
Yes, it's orc
I love it.
machismo. Yeah.
I guess real quick on that note, Christian, a couple other things for the viewers. So character creation, and this is extremely simple. All you have to do is come up with 3 sentences for your character. So the first is your trait, which is something that your character is particularly good at. It could be a special skill that they have, like they can breathe fire, or in
Talent.
Rippett's case, they're really good at smashing shit. You have to pick a tool, which is an object or an item that you have. This item, it can be something very mundane. It can be something maybe even a little bit more than mundane, but typically it's not some sort of wondrous, extremely powerful artifact or anything like that. It's more for role play
It
purposes.
can be a pet, an animal companion.
Could be an
But
animal companion as well. Yep, they do mention that in the rule book.
But it
and
can be powerful.
Yeah, it can. It's one of those
You're a
things
minion,
where,
so the more powerful it is, the more likely it is to kill you.
right. That's a great rule of thumb. It's just, again, this is for role-playing purposes. So let me finish the motivation, and then I'll explain how this all links into gameplay. So you have your trait, your tool, and then you have your motivation. This is the thing that motivates your character, why they do the things that they do. It could be anything from, in Rippa's case, to have the biggest balls of them all the way to amassing wealth, having fame, bringing down the patriarchy. It could be anything that you want. Get silly with it, get creative. And then the last thing is every character picks a perk. Perks are described in the PDF.
Forgot mine. Yeah. Mine is Mayhem, which allows me to prompts from critical failures. I can treat them as scene traits. And once a session, this is why I picked it, I can narrate how a critical failure is actually an incredible success. I wholeheartedly look forward to that.
And then the last thing about the character creation, this is not in the book, this is of my own creation, is I assigned every player a kind of special quirk or ability that they have. Rippa chose to be the independent contractor. And because of that, he has an ability called Just Doing My Job. And we will perhaps see that in gameplay tonight. Who wants to be next?
I suppose I can be.
Yes.
Mary Queen of Trash.
So yeah, my character is Mary Queen of Trash, and this is just a name that it's grown on me really. The last time that I
Aw.
played this,
Like a fungus.
Yeah. Last time I played this, we were 3 raccoons in a trench coat. And the name was apt then, and it is apt now because my character
raccoon
is
in a
a
trench coat.
kleptomaniac.
Perfect.
is
And you
her
are playing a raccoon?
motivation.
Ellen, you
No,
are playing a raccoon?
I think
Or
I'll
is
be
she, are you
playing-
all 3 raccoons in a trench coat?
Aw.
I'll allow it.
Next.
I'll
The
allow
best
it. Total
minion.
You want me to
shenanigans.
play
Whatever.
You should
No,
be
you,
3 raccoons
you
in a trench coat.
play whatever you want to play, Ellen.
Yeah, no, it's either that or a goblin. So I'll put it up to the vote of the group. What do we think will be more interesting? 3 raccoons in a
raccoons.
trench coat.
3 raccoons in a trench
Posing
coat.
as a
All
goblin.
right.
Yep.
We
Hell yes.
we
I love
are the queen of trash, and we
You're Mary
are
Queen of
playing
Trash.
as 3 raccoons in a trench coat who are kleptomaniacs collectively. Thank you.
I love it.
And we respond to the royal we because we are 3.
And royal.
We are Legion, Royal
We are
Legion.
both 3 and royal.
As a result, our talent is stealth. And our one tool that we managed to hang on to because it fits our slim little fingies so well is our slingshot.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
Do you want me to give them the little bit of backstory that you gave me, Troy?
You so I will have you hold on to that for right now.
Okay.
That can be a role-playing opportunity in game.
Okay.
And then what is your motivation, Mary Queen of Trash?
Kleptomania. I just want to steal all the time. That will be my driving force behind everything. So I am loyal to my master, but doesn't mean that I can't profit at the same time.
Loyalty
So-
is profitable when your master has enemies.
And my perk is that I love to grovel, which means
Yes, groveling. The Queen of Trash grovels.
we
I love it.
we grovel. Thank you very much. Which means that
We
can-
grovel for the cold French fries.
Listen, we're not proud, okay? We just survive. Thank you.
We're not proud. We just survive. I love it. Put that on a
Groveling
t-shirt. We'll
here
wear it
means
at
that you
Gen
can
Con.
try and talk it over with those that are hostile or unwilling, meaning I'm guessing whoever we encounter in the dungeon. But on a successful roll, I will treat it as a complication instead. The game master
Always
can't choose to
complicated.
harm me though when I'm using this move.
You kiss
That is
ass and
true.
make it everybody else's problem.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We now have a
We.
problem. We, not me. We. I love it. All right, who's next?
I'll-
I am. Oh,
Nope, go ahead.
I beat you. I jumped the gun. I am Kelkara. I am a gnoll. My talent is that I am an apex predator naturally, and I'm one of the best hunters in my was one of the best hunters in my clan. My tool is a bear trap,
Nice. Nice.
and my motivation is humans. My homeland used to be like lush and rich with prey, and then humans came and settled it and ravaged my homeland and drove away all the prey, and my people starved. So now I hunt people,
Vengeance.
but
is
also
so
food.
sweet.
Like I eat them.
What a
Same.
what a deep
Like,
character.
Amazing.
I know.
Amazing.
And then real quick to interject, Mary, your special kind of I guess perk or whatever ability is that you were a former prisoner in this dungeon.
Yes.
Kelkara, what is your special thing that we talked about?
I'm the veteran here. I am the longest serving minion of our current master. And my other perk is a mastermind. I'm quite clever, if I do say so myself, especially compared to this lot.
You're gonna save us all.
You're gonna save us all. I love it. Very good. All right. Ooze.
So going from the most cleverest to I'm a slime named Ooze.
I love it.
Uzuwu.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is the game, guys. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
That it is not possible because I am literally brainless.
I mean, we could fill you completely though.
Ooh, are we sure this isn't like a spicy subscription? that
I mean,
missed?
something's cooking.
Something's cooking. We're not sure if it's
Stirring a
burning. or not. Okay,
Well,
Ooze, hit us with what
so-
you got, bud.
So my talents is like some slime creatures. I can dissolve some things.
Okay.
So I
Dissolvey
got
boy.
Zombie boy. That's also how I eat. Speaking of eating, my tool
Your talent is viscous.
my tool is the skeleton of the last human I ate.
Love that.
So I just have that floating on in me. My motivation is to eat more.
Doesn't that mean you have two
Is this
six
skeleton's name
tools,
Yorick?
technically?
Is this skeleton's name
Kind
Yorick? All right.
I'm gonna
I love
use
it.
my skeleton key.
Hope it doesn't give you a boner.
Oh,
Oh, that's really humorous.
That was a smart
God
one. That
damn
was a
it.
good one, Chris.
I mean,
Oh, fuck.
He is a doctor, so
I know, right? Of all of us.
Oh, that's very good. Perfect.
and then as my perk, I took hoarder because like I just scoot along the ground and I just pick up shit.
Next things.
Makes perfect sense.
Like a Roomba.
Like
And then
He's
Kent, what
he's
is
the dungeon room?
and then Kent, what is your special homebrew trait?
so my special thing was I was here first. I happen to be a native monster
native.
of the region and I just kind of like came into the dungeon.
So when the big boss moved in, he just like inherited you.
Pretty much.
Aw.
I love it.
He's like,
Who
what
is
is
next?
it? I don't know,
Uh,
but I can't get rid of it.
yeah, exactly.
You
Chris,
know what?
you,
You
me?
stay.
I'll go next.
Okay, go ahead.
So my name is Squish. I am a kobold that is very good in getting between tight spaces.
Oh my god, I'm a
Um,
kobold too. Sorry, continue.
Yes, and my item that I have is a jar of olive oil. You know?
Yes.
You know, because it's really healthy, you know, to get in between stuff.
Makes
I
it
love
good
it.
spray.
The
Sure.
expensive
Yeah.
stuff
Yes,
imported
stuff.
from Italy.
Yes.
Somehow he
This
squeezes
is-
into
this
spaces
is the result
smaller
of-
than ooze can fit in.
Chris had one character who was
extra-
supposed to be very sneaky, and he kept trying to break into buildings by going
Yeah.
down the chimneys, and he got stuck like 5 or 6
Oh,
times.
no.
Then we had to start oiling him up. So that's it. Never again. Here he is.
No, never again. I'm always gonna make sure that I don't get stuck because it's really awkward. Because like there was like a huge fight going on, and I was like stuck in the crypt the entire time. It was really
I
weird.
love it.
Yeah, so I'm the favorite, you know. So my main motivation is just to keep, you know, the master happy.
You do
Keep
you,
daddy
bro.
happy. I love it. And yes, you are the favorite. That is your special homebrew perk. Very good, Squish. Last but not least,
Hi, I'm Penelope. I am also a kobold. Because I love Rainy and I loved Rainy's idea, I am stealing his idea. So I am somewhat of a kobold squirrel hybrid. I have like a big bushy tail and I've got these like long kind of side sweeping bangs. I'm the newest one to the group. I'm brand new. The big boss just hired me. I am really, really good at noticing things. I can see things that most people don't notice and I spot them out. I don't know if this is too powerful, but I would like a giant acorn bazooka to be my item.
that works. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I just want a bazooka,
Great.
you know.
Great.
Gotta impress
It's a
the
giant
boss.
acorn bazooka that
Yeah.
is made by a kobold. So
Yeah,
For what
totally
it's worth.
fine. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, the bazooka itself is quite large. The acorn sized.
You know what? When they hit you at like 100 miles an hour, though, those little things
Yeah, what
can
to say?
pelt you so
Yeah, well.
bad it's like paintballs.
Yeah.
She's like
Yeah.
pop, 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 and then it was just like
Acorns terrify cops too, so you know.
Well, I knew someone
Oh,
was going to say
wow.
action.
wow, this is essentially
stare
the
the guards away, just fire an acorn. Oh,
Aw.
this is shit.
We are the guards, aren't we?
If you have to
I
scare
mean,
other
wait a
people.
moment.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
We've got jobs.
Listen,
Oh,
all I'm
Squirrel-
saying is
oh,
that
geez.
if some of
Squirrel-
your
Gerbil just gave me
ammunition
a great
goes
idea.
missing,
Yeah.
and
So
it just turns
Penelope,
out to be delicious.
do you carry
Just
your
Mary
ammunition
and
in
Lou's
nut
just
sacks?
eating the acorns.
What's that, Ripa?
I'm asking Penelope if she carries her ammunition in nut sacks.
I mean, absolutely. Why not?
Okay, because
Big old nutsack.
Gerbil the
Nut
Druid
sack.
mentioned
Don't we
Squirrel
all?
Girl in the comments, and Squirrel Girl is famous. Her
Oh.
tool pouches, her nut sacks. She has like,
Gotcha.
oh, I'll take it out of the nut
Gotcha.
sack, and so yeah.
I was just going to say, Rippo, like mine's are bigger than yours, that
Just
means,
hit him
right?
in the face with your nut sack.
Hit him with your nut sack.
And I guess the last thing is that I super love just like chaos and blood and explosions. So that's like my motivation, just to spread explosions and death in the world.
I love it. Very good.
So wholesome.
Very wholesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so we have our mighty minions assembled here. So I will go ahead and we will I will give the viewers a little bit of a intro here. So all of you have been in service to the master now for 8 months or less, with the exception of Kelkara. None of you know a different master. Ripa, obviously you are an independent contractor, so you work for many different people. But
That's
for
right.
whatever reason, you are here now and you are helping the master. The master is one who is known as Gelionitis, Grand
Oh, God.
Confit of Chutney. He is also accompanied always by his interpreter, Danny DeVito.
Oh my gosh.
Gelionitis is he came I guess Kelkara, you're the only one that's privy to this, but he destroyed the previous master of this cave. Everyone that served the previous master was either destroyed or left, with the exception of Kelkara. He is a very, very interesting master, someone who is kind of shrouded in mystery. His intentions are obviously very difficult to tell because he is a gelatinous cube. He is a gelatinous cube of substantial size. He also has within this aura of tremendous power that radiates from him. You're not sure where he came from or what exactly he wants. But as far as masters are concerned, he treats all of you with respect. For the most part, he stays out of your business, and he supplies you with a steady stream of tasks and chores to accomplish. Most of these are often given to you by Danny DeVito because he can speak. This particular mission that you are going on. So the cave that you guys live in, the dungeon that you inhabit, is in a densely forested area that is fairly close to the small town of Flintlock. Flintlock is a small settlement village that runs along the Bright Tide River, which goes to the coast of Grankshire and subsequently the metropolis known by the same name. So this is kind of a pit stop as folks traverse the river or the surrounding forested region, typically on their way to the coast or to the metropolis. Recently, there has been a new development in the town of Flintlock. This development is a tavern. The name of this tavern is Brass Tacks and Hard Facts Tavern. This tavern is run by Bramblebore Firebrand. He is the proprietor of this tavern and is a, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but an Azur or Azer. He's the fire
Yeah, I
dwarf
think that's
guy.
right.
Azer, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, so these are beings from the plane of fire. He happens to have established this this tavern, and this tavern has drawn quite a substantial crowd. This tavern claims to have the very best pecan pies in all of the plains, anywhere around. In fact, they offer a money-back guarantee if you are not satisfied with their product. And in the roughly 6 months since they have opened, they have never once, according to legend, given anyone their money back. Your mission is fairly simple.
To get the pie
And
and get our money back.
And we are going to enter into our first scene. The 6 of you find yourselves gathered in kind of a common room. This is typically the room where you hang out, repair your acorn bazookas, sharpen your axe, whatever it is that you're doing while you're meandering around the dungeon with nothing else to do. However, you've been called to this room today by none other than Gelionitis, the Grand Confit of Chutney, and his interpreter, of course, Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito, I'm not going to do his accent, by the way. I'm so sorry. There's no fucking way I could pull off a Danny DeVito accent, but
probably better that way. No worries.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He calls you all in and he says, "All right, everybody, listen up. I've got a assignment for everybody. And this one could be dangerous, but you will be rewarded handsomely if you are successful. As some of you may have heard, the small town of Flintlock about 2 days travel from here, has made some bold claims. They claim to have the very best pecan pie in all of the plains. Now, I don't know if you've done much planar traversing, but I have. And let me tell you, that is quite a boastful claim. If, however, it's true, we need to get our hands on the secret to this pecan pie. You see, Jellionitis is interested in having the best pecan pie in all of the galaxy. What I know is this. The proprietor of the inn is an Azer, from the Plane of Fire, presumably, and he's a stout and tough, hardy fellow. I also know that someone has to make these pies. Now, I don't know who the chef is, but that could be a possible lead. And then lastly, just like any great dish, it starts with the freshest ingredients. So there's got to be somebody that's growing these pecans. So your mission is to get either the recipe for this pecan pie, find out how it's being made, where the ingredients are coming from, or the chef that's making it. You guys can do any one of those three things.
Three things.
Back. Any one of
Any
those
one of
three
three.
things.
So
Come
many
back.
options.
You will be rewarded handsomely. And as he pivots from the crowd, he gives you guys all kind of a glance, looks back at Jellionitis, and starts shaking his body viciously as the ooze responds similarly. He
Wonder
then
what
looks
he
back
tastes
to the rest of the group and he says, does anybody have any questions?
What a nice
course.
boss. 3 options.
Yes, I have one question. Let's suppose we bring back a sample of the pecan pie, but it's in someone's stomach. Is that a problem?
He
I like the
puts
way
his
she
finger
thinks.
up, turns to Jellionitis, starts shaking violently. Jellionitis shakes in response, and he turns back and he says, we would certainly be able to extract it. The only problem is you'd probably die. So it
I
would work for
retract
us,
my
though.
question.
It would work for us.
Any other questions?
What if we brought the chef back, but he was in someone's stomach?
Or partially digested in ooze.
Hold, please. He turns. He looks at Jellionitis. Same thing. Shakes. They shake in unison. He says, that one would be a little bit more difficult. If you can bring back the chef alive, that would be preferred. If you bring back the chef dead, it's only a matter of time, perhaps, before these pecan pies come back in full force with another chef.
Roger.
Okay. Complications.
We eat only the sous chef.
All right. Well, if there's no other questions,
Can we, one question, can we close all of our meetings with the big boss by all shaking a goodbye? Every time.
Yes. Like a
So I'm
salute
actually
shake.
having you ask that question in character right now. So
Yes.
Danny DeVito looks at the boss and he looks at you and he says, what does he say?
Let's say you gotta be careful with that kind of stuff because you might be saying
Get
goodbye.
the heck out of here!
but
You're
it's
wasting
actually
time.
Like saying like "fuck you," I hate jellies or something.
Yeah.
You gotta teach
he
us
just,
the right shake then.
He
Yeah,
just
you're
looks
right,
at you
too.
in the Danny DeVito voices. Am I a joke to you?
No, I want to say goodbye in the proper way.
Get the hell out of here!
All
Just
go where we
communications
just
have
shake
to go
ooze.
through the proper
About to say just like
channels.
start
We
like
all just
looking
go
at
over
him.
and we just shake ooze. We're like, ugh.
Maybe as a
Jellionitis.
proxy,
Take the
next
fuck
time,
out.
just leave a bowl
That's
of Jell-O
true.
next to the
And we
throne, and
just
we'll give it a little
twerk at 'em.
shake. You know?
Just twerking.
That's
work.
true. Wait, Ooze, can you understand everything that the big boss says?
He's mindless.
I feel like we're gonna lines and veils this with just the broad term of racism. Not all oozes are the same. Not all oozes are the
legitimately
same.
fair.
Speciesism, you mean?
And
That's
next
legitimately fair.
scene.
It's the jelly ooze.
We all just
schism.
start slapping ooze like to get the ripples right. We're like drumming on him.
Your hands are just disintegrating.
We come back, Grandmaster, we've thought of a brilliant plan. A handbook for all of your minions. Now, can you please interpret this?
What does this mean?
Is this offensive?
No, but
Yes
like
or no?
handbook is a square Jello mold. Like
But guys, then Danny DeVito would also be out of a job.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We can't have that.
Mhm.
That'd be sad.
Mhm.
what
Yes,
would
he is
we
the
do
most-
without Danny?
He is the very most valuable translator.
Best right hand
Mm.
man.
With that, the meeting is concluded. Jellianitis and his interpreter retreat to their inner sanctum.
Mm.
You have much work to do. As the boss articulated, you kind of have 3 directions you can head. You can either try a forward approach and confront the proprietor of the inn, which, by the way, is inside of the town. You can also try to maybe get your hands on the chef. Or the third option would be to try to discover where the ingredients are coming from and try that.
Does like
route.
the town like have anything against like monsters or
What is it?
like
Yes,
So Mary
absolutely.
Queen of Trash is
Oh.
a master of disguise.
yeah.
And we've got 2 kobolds who could easily be 2 kobolds in a trench coat. So we can
Arguably the only ones that would be, well, actually, pretty much the only ones. Yeah, actually, Mary Queen of Trash is the only one that would probably not be immediately attacked on site. Maybe Ripa. Maybe.
I've eaten
Very
too many.
As
too
long
many
as he doesn't
villagers.
open his mouth. I mean,
Yeah,
So-
as soon as he speaks, most likely people will attack him.
Well,
continuing
well,
with the
we
racism,
we-
like once you see an ooze, you kind of just run.
Well, if it's like slowly oozing
we're like, well, we
towards
can
you,
just disguise and we put a hat on him. The hat just goes.
we
Like,
can put
"Aw."
a sign that says,
Oh.
I'm friendly, ignore the bones.
Oh, an ooze with a
Then
sign.
roll for
I've actually
charisma or
never thought of that.
something.
You know, I actually would be okay if I saw an ooze with a sign in it.
Or maybe he can like with the bones like make a smile out of it, like like a little.
It was
I'd be terrified.
consensual.
I'd
Disarming
be even
smile.
more terrified.
Flip the bones
he
around
like
so
comes
that
into
they're
town, like he
dancing.
tries to make like a smile. Oh,
That's horrifying, Chris. Can you imagine that?
It's having a stroke and just half of its face just starts drooping.
That is like
Rearrange the bones so that they're showing a thumbs up.
Yeah, like hey.
that's honestly the great beginning of a horror movie. That's
I
horrifying.
do like that as an idea as far as how Ooze kind of communicates with the rest of you is just by
Oh, just
organizing
smiley
the
face.
bones into
Yeah.
various face shapes.
Brownie face.
So I
He's
was
got
thinking,
finger bones for eyebrows because spells don't have eyebrows. They're just like
Mm.
I was
I love it.
thinking that like he uses the bones in him to he has great body language. And by
Mm.
body language,
yeah.
he just like manipulates the skeleton in him to
Skeleton's just like
yeah.
Kind of funny, like it'd be kind of funny, like all right, guys, act natural, and the skeleton inside the ooze is like against the wall, like against the thing.
Yes.
Super
Poised, ready to strike.
Oh.
All right, folks, you guys have your mission ahead of you. Where would you like to start?
We could start at seeing.
Let's
how we
go
can
to town.
find The Wait, what? We're gonna get attacked at town.
I
Let's
feel like
go
we
to
should get a
town.
wheelbarrow and we should all get in the wheelbarrow and Mary Queen of Trash should push the wheelbarrow
Wait.
into town.
Why am I pushing the wheelbarrow
I
into
thought you were
town?
supposed to be smart. 6 of us, 5 of us can't fit in a
If
wheelbarrow.
it's big enough, we can. Well, okay, Ooze will
Big enough to be
conform
pushed
to
by
the
raccoons.
void spaces between us.
We need to travel by night. We gotta wait for nighttime.
Mm.
Besides,
See,
Ripa.
I got
there's the
bandit
smart
mask
one.
thing.
Travel
Ripa
by
and
night.
Ooze, you guys have some. Ripa, you have been to this area before. You perhaps have information that may be pertinent to making a decision on what happens next. Ooze, you are also from this region, so you have a good idea of the general lay of the land, which may offer some insights.
I'm brand new. I know nothing about
True,
nothing.
true. Hold on.
Mhm.
Let me know my thing.
I say we should just go into town.
I was also
Town is all right.
Yeah, we need a disguise or stealth to do that.
Is it dark now? Is it dark right now?
I'm wearing
it's
a trench
darkness.
coat.
Yeah, she's wearing a trench coat.
Yeah,
The
she's
town is
only
2
one.
days travel from the cave.
2 days. Okay, well, I'm gonna start walking that
Man,
way
this
anyways.
pecan pie
How about
better
the
be
farm?
the
Is
best.
that the same distance,
We
or is
can
that a
plan
different
a
way? Do we even know where the,
The
farm
what?
is?
we don't know where
The
the farm
farm.
is.
Yeah, the pecan
You
farm.
don't know where the pecan farm is.
So we only know where the town is.
Correct.
Correct.
So we
Yeah.
should
But
go towards the town and
someone
we
in
should
there-
scout the town out and we should see which way deliveries come in and out of the town. And
And
then
then
we
we
should
grab 'em and
waylay the
do-
deliveries until we find one that's
We
full of
smash 'em.
cans.
We could
Or
also
we punch
intimidate
someone until they tell us where the pecan farm is.
Right. We'll just bash him till he talks.
Like it would have to be one of the people
Or,
who
like,
knows where the
squeeze 'em?
pecan farm is to tell us. So
I
Well,
mean,
we'll
if you
squeeze
just
someone to
keep
tell 'em.
bashing people, one of them will
Right.
know.
See,
one
I
of them
like
will
that.
That's
also
why she's
like
in-
get
she's
the
good.
Or
word
we
She's
could
smart,
all
for
just
she is.
get
adventurers.
trench coats. Just
Maybe
saying.
you can go into town and buy us trench coats.
Wait,
I can
how
do
many
that.
trench coats do we have? Do we only have one?
Yeah.
Just the one trench coat is available at your disposal. Yes.
I think
And
we
his
should all get
housing
matching
pre-requisite.
trench coats, guys.
What if we wait till it's dark and we get really big hats?
Ooh.
All of these just sound like let's
It
go
just
to
like
town.
comes way down below your eyes. Just take a low enough fedora.
Guys, I can
If
get
you tip
matching
your
hats
fedora
for all
low
of
enough,
us.
you're fine.
All right, I'm making a call. We're going to town.
Yes.
Okay.
We should head
Heading to
in the
town.
Either way.
direction of town.
Ooze
can walk and talk.
Ooze and Ripa, you are familiar enough with the region. Kelkara, you've also probably been on a raid to this village
How
before.
fast does the ooze move? Like, is he gonna like? Do we have to like wait up?
Do
for
we
him?
need the wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
Also, how do bad
I do
guys
love
travel?
the idea of the ooze being the navigator and leading the way.
I'm
They just
picturing the skeleton
slowly-
inside
like, no,
looking
no, no.
like he's like
On a-
surfing, and the ooze is just rolling along like a wave, like
Just walking like an Egyptian.
Just playing Hawaiian roller coaster ride.
I just get
Aw.
asked, it's like, where are we going? And I just point the skeleton's arm.
But just like, how do bad guys travel? Like, you never see like a party of bad guys moving along down the road, or like, do
travel
they
at night.
travel on the side? Do they
They
like?
travel at night.
They chop down a tree and lay it down in the middle of the road, and then they wait.
Yeah, but we have to do that 2 days away. Like, how do we? Oh, and then we wait, and then we take someone's wagon.
Right.
Right?
We get a wagon
Right?
we do. And then we
Right?
just roll. We gotta get a red wagon though. It's gotta be red.
Why does it have to be red?
Because red ones are faster they are.
I
But
mean,
we
you
can
know,
we can
it'll
paint
be
it red with the dead people's.
I
blood.
was just gonna say it'll be red
Paint it.
after.
I know
Oh,
I can.
man.
All right. We're gonna get one and paint it red with their blood. All right, let's wait.
But that's the
Okay.
best part.
So we have a
Trying to
plan.
find
the
a
plan
road
is
and
to wait by the
ambush.
roadside
Jesus.
with an axe, chop down
No,
a tree.
Chop down a tree. Wait for the
Okay.
cart to stop, and we kill everybody. We take their wagon.
And then we paint it, and then we go. Yes.
Okay.
I call cheerleader.
Wait. So we got paint with their blood? Is that what we're gonna do?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Catch
Then
up,
it'll turn
squish.
brown.
It will turn brown. Mary Queen of Trash is right.
Yeah.
Yep.
What are you talking about? Blood is red.
Let's
It'll be
get-
fine.
Hey,
Blood
it's fine.
turns brown when it dries.
Then we just won't let it dry.
Yeah, we'll
Whose-
get fresh
whose
blood.
idea was
we'll
this,
roll
by the
really
way?
fast.
With
Red
the-
ones
with-
go
with
faster
the-
anyway, so it'll be fine.
I just said head into town. Who started coming up? I think Pelcara was the one who mentioned the road
Chopping
and the
the tree
log
down.
and the waiting.
Okay.
I thought it was Ripper.
Yes. Was it Ripa? Ripa was just like kill people.
Just wants to kill people and paint the wagon red.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's Kelkara.
Kelkara, since this is your wagon idea, I'm going to have you go ahead and
Fuck.
you are going to roll Cunning Ploy. So
Oh, you're smart.
Boy.
So
I will let you add, remind me again your trait, your tool, and your.
My talent is I'm an apex predator, one of the best hunters in my clan.
Okay,
My
sounds like
tool is
setting a
bear
trap.
knows how to
Okay.
set a trap.
We can incorporate the bear trap in there somewhere.
And my motivation is, you know, humans
Told
ravage
you
my
not to turn
homeland
your
and drove
camera
away
off.
prey, but people starve.
I
so
didn't
now
turn my
I
camera
eat
off.
Humans.
Are
I don't know
you
what
planning
happened.
on eating the people?
Always.
All right, then I will let you go ahead and you get to add 3 6-sided dice to this roll. Go ahead and roll 4 6-sided dice for me.
Oh my god, we for sure need to like hide the bear trap somewhere in there. So when they like get out of their wagon, they step into a bear trap,
5.
scream really loud in pain.
Okay, so the highest is a
That's
5,
with
which
complications,
means
yeah.
yes, you have a success with complications. So
They just
we'll
missed
go
the
ahead
bear
and
trap.
Cunning Ploy.
Or only their pinky toe gets it.
Yes, exactly.
We chop down the tree, it falls on ooze.
Oh no, laughs on us. They're already drained of blood, and there is no blood to paint the
Fuck,
wagon.
they're all
red.
vampires.
Hold on, we have a complication with Squish.
So
Can you hear
for
me
this,
now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we
That's
can hear you.
weird.
can't see you, Squish.
I don't
We
know what
cannot.
happened.
Try plugging your camera back into another
Christian,
slot.
who am I right now? Whose bubble am I in?
You're in the right one. I'm just trying to get
Oh,
Ellen,
okay.
Eileen back in hers because things got a little, everybody's name got changed here. Oh, I see what happened. All right.
What? And I'm still me.
Chris ruined everything.
He did.
It
was
After
those
I-
squish.
Even after my
It was
speech,
his
he
audio
ruined everything.
demons. It was his
Yeah.
audio demons. I blame the audio.
Well, now you're
demons.
just a
His
black.
audio
Oh,
vision.
there you
There
are,
is.
Chris.
There he
Why
is.
are you so
Yeah.
dark, Chris? Turn the lights back on.
No, I want to be in the darkness.
He wants to be a
Exactly.
red face.
Ambiance.
This
He wants to be-
actually bodes well, Chris. This is a good segue to my next thing, which is another kind of thing of this game is that there are also scene traits that are available. So for this
Oh.
particular scene, the scene trait will be darkness. So you guys are operating under the cover of night, which means you will get an extra d6 to any rolls that you make. For this particular roll, Kelkara, since you already rolled, I won't have you add another d6, but for anything else that happens during this encounter, if the cover of darkness is still something that is available or works to your advantage, I'll let you roll an extra d6 because of that. So under Cunning Ploy, when you make preparations or attempt to create an advantage, make a roll. On a roll of a 6, you temporarily create a new scene trait. On a 4 or 5, the trait can only be used once and must be used immediately. Cunning Ploy, and then it goes into talk about kind of what Cunning Ploy is and where it's appropriate to use it as kind of the game master. So for this particular thing, the trait that I will say you are able to create is the element of surprise. So everybody will have that scene trait for just this scene, and it can only be used once. So the
Is that
first
per
time
person
somebody
or
acts,
first person someone uses
the
it.
first person, the first time somebody acts, they will have the element of surprise. So you are all positioned on various parts of this roadway.
Bushes,
Some of
ready
you
for
are kind of
pounce.
hiding a little closer. Some of you are maybe crouched low in the grass. Ooze, you're probably just laying low,
Yep.
right? Everybody's just
Ooze is just the puddle in the road. we dig the
Oh my
hole
God,
and
yes.
we put Ooze in the hole, so he's like a puddle, and then the wheel hits the puddle, and it just melts, and they're like, ah, fuck, and they.
Flawless.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. We can't melt the wheel. We need the wagon. That's why we're doing it.
That's
Yeah.
the complication. Fuck.
also, I think Ooze can't melt wooden wheels. I think wood and metal are things he doesn't
He
melt.
can. It's metal and stone that they don't melt.
Oh, okay.
Inorganic
Okay.
material.
Wait, no, we need the
So
wagon.
the
though.
skeleton actually.
Ooze, can we just
Skeleton
like
will
stick
fit
you like right off
but
the
we could just
road
repair
in
the wagon
between
with a
two
bone.
trees and like put
That's
some
why I-
leaves on you?
The reason why my motivation is to eat more villagers is because my bones keep dissolving.
Oh.
Ah,
Breaking them down.
gotcha,
breaking 'em down.
gotcha. All right, very good.
But yeah,
So
I'm good
you are
to be
all
put off to the
positioned.
side.
You are all positioned at various points on this
I'll
roadway.
find some roadkill and stick it in you if you'd like.
Stick it in him, ooh.
Ew, woo.
Zoo.
No, I saw him first.
I find a fledgling that didn't make it for spring and I stick it in you as a snack.
Yay.
She washes it first in a puddle.
As raccoons do. Yes, I wash it for you. You're welcome.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm gonna jump
Okay.
in. I'm gonna blow everything up. I'm ready.
So
But we need
you are all
about-
positioned along the roadside, waiting for some unsuspecting passerbyers, hopefully with a wagon. As you guys wait, you unfortunately do not see a wagon,
It's
but
a
rather
gnomish
there-
wagon. It's like the size of a fucking of your kid's like little
Wheelbarrow?
Mercedes. Like,
However, there is a fairly large brigade of what appear to be halflings, perhaps, riding on ponies. These ponies are equipped with
Oh.
what looks like armor. They're kind of well established with nice saddles. And the people that are riding these ponies also have weapons on them and appear to be well equipped. Ooze is a native to this area, and Ripa also as someone who is a independent contractor and has been to the town before, perhaps. You recognize these people as the Honey Bustard Bunch. This is a group of kind of rowdy halfling guards. They are descendant from kind of nomadic barbarian tribes in the area. They have recently kind of taken over as the unofficial city guard of the town of Flintlock. So the Honey Bustard Bunch approaches. There
Oh.
are 4 of them.
Oh.
Boy,
Oh.
Oh.
like,
and 4
that's
ponies.
like 2 whole orcs.
Yes,
like,
and 4 ponies.
let him pass.
What? We can't let them
like-
pass.
But they got
There's
ponies.
a tree in the road.
Don't have, they'll climb over it or burrow under it or whatever the fuck halflings do. We don't need that shit.
This seems like a missed opportunity, though.
We
We
need a
should kill
wagon
him.
though.
We should kill him.
Ponies clop closer to
We should kill
your
him anyway.
area.
Like, I guess we could fit 2 kobolds inside a pony, but
Oh my god.
In a pony?
In a pony.
in a pony.
We'd have to let Ooze digest.
Which way am I going in?
to use your jar of olive oil.
I know. I'm like,
It will
all
not.
right,
It
I
would not
guess
be
I'm
virgin
going
olive
in.
oil after that.
No.
Guys,
dear
work
God.
smarter, not harder. We'd let Ooze digest half the pony, and then
What to say? Don't you want to ride? Don't you want to ride it? No, I'm happy in here.
It's like Luke Skywalker in a Hoth, only like just
Just fucking taunt it.
in you go.
The ponies approach, and they are very close to the position. You
We
hear
do the ponies.
one of the halflings call out, "Oi! This looks like an obvious trap. We best
Ah,
be careful
shit.
as we approach."
He's getting hyped up to go.
We're
Do
Australians.
can we see? Do we get a sense? Can I see like what it is that they're going to do? Are they going to climb over or jump over the
One of
log?
them
Like,
tries to jump the pony
what are
gets
they
like
doing?
stuck, like just the belly catches it. It's just like
Oh,
legs
no.
kicking, unable to hit the ground.
So two of them kind of hang back a little bit, and they draw their slings.
Fat
Uh,
cat.
the
they're
other two-
separating.
The other two ride a little bit closer to investigate the downed log in the middle of the road. They kind of look at the log. Two of them dismount from their ponies, and they start inspecting the log. One of them calls back to the rest of the group, "Just as I suspected. Looks like it's been felled with an axe. We best get going quickly before this trap catches us. Sounds like it'll
Let
be
him
the
pass.
next bloke's problem."
Let him pass. I say we let him pass.
No.
Yes. So we need the wagon. What about the master? He needs his pecan pie. And I need more golden shiny bits.
This, this is just an added bonus.
Unless
You
you want
know?
to travel by pony ass, you're late.
I mean, we can just kill everyone and then wait for the next wagon.
It's too conspicuous. They'll see all the blood and run
Yeah,
away.
they'll warn the town. They'll be all hyped up.
Yeah. Do you remember last time? We don't want to repeat of last
The
time.
halflings mount onto their war ponies, and the four of them proceed over the log with caution.
They didn't even fucking move it back. Guardians of the town, my ass. All right.
I told you, barbarians.
This is an interesting
Perhaps-
group I've joined into.
Perhaps 30 minutes later, a wayward caravan comes by.
Hey,
Excellent.
that's what we want.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Boo!
There is
What?
a there
No, no,
is
no.
a
They're innocent.
sleepy and
We're minions. We don't
road-worn
care.
traveler that is guiding
No, that's
this
what I mean. They're
carriage.
innocent. This is good.
Oh, I see.
2 horses draw this carriage. It looks like it's probably large enough to fit 4 regular-sized people. Do with that
Inside?
information what I haven't calculated how many regular-sized people this group is.
But how many
but-
kobolds? Like, could you go
Two.
2 in one?
There are 2 kobolds to the person.
Okay,
Mm,
like,
it's
but
true.
like,
3
I have like
raccoons
a,
and
And
a
3
total of
raccoons
1.
to the
That
person.
means it
That's
can
but like,
fit
I have like
exactly-
a lot of olive oil. Like you look at the amount. Like, this is like.
We need to
Ripa's
carry 10
Ripa
kobolds
is
worth.
2
How
people
many
for sure.
kobolds can fit in an orc?
Oh,
It's it sounds like everybody can fit in the carriage as long as
Depends on how
Goose
much
is
he's had to
driving.
I was just.
Ooze, you better not lead us
I had a worse
astray.
joke.
Oh shit. Mary Queen of Trash, you could also probably drive. Okay. Yes, the caravan master rides, and as the horse kind of approaches, the horse kind of whinnies and kind of starts slowing to a slow trot, which wakes up the
Yes.
driver who had
Yes.
nodded
Yes.
off as he was approaching
Yes.
this
I'm jumping
very
in. I'm
clearly
shooting.
hit trap.
I'm jumping in. I'm
You
shooting.
got this.
She's using the
It's
element of
attacking the guy.
surprise.
Yes.
Go ahead
Yeah.
and make a roll. You are using Get Violent, so I will let you
She's
use
like the only one
your
that's attacking. We're
motivation.
just sitting there on the side going, "Yay!"
You will use your motivation. You will use
This is not
your
my area of
weapon, your
expertise.
tool. What is your trait?
My trait is I'm really good at noticing and spotting things and pointing
I am
things
also
out, so
jumping
that
in, Joy,
won't
just-
apply.
Okay. What's
But
that, Ripa?
I have.
Sorry, what'd you say, Ripa?
go ahead.
I said I'm also I'm jumping out to attack the guy.
Just
Okay,
beat
I'll
to the
let-
punch a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll let you both make a roll, but Jess is gonna get the surprise.
That's
But
element
I-
of surprise.
And you have
Also
reckless.
have reckless, right? So as long as I jump in first, I get an extra dice as well.
Okay, so Jess, you are
That's
rolling
bad.
me 1 dice just because, 1 dice because it's dark, 1 dice because you have the element of surprise, 1 for your bazooka, 1 for your homicidal tendencies, and then finally 1 last one because you're reckless. So go ahead and roll me 6 dice, Jess.
Yes.
She's gonna get
Hey.
a 4 or 5, and the complication's gonna be it's a bazooka and she smokes the horses too.
I would love that. I got a 6.
Okay.
Perfect.
Whew.
And
Ripa,
three
I will
ones,
have you
but I
roll
got
as
a
well,
How
and
many
then you
dice?
guys can narrate what you do.
How many dice?
Ripa, so you will have the cover of darkness. You will have your axe. Definitely bodes well for you here.
Roy Cracker
Um,
at Fashion.
Yeah,
Fashion.
this will
Crack
give you
it.
big
Fashion.
balls, right? Orcs rating and Heckin' Bashin. So
Heckin'
you'll have a total of
4.
1, 2,
I think
3,
that's
4,
4.
5 dice.
5. Roy.
The
Here we
first
go.
time you said right crack at Bastion, it sounded like not English and not words that came out of you.
I mean,
was
I
like,
did
It's
not
supposed to
understand
sound-
what he was
it's
saying at
not supposed
all.
to sound English because it's a soccer hooligan. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Penelope, and Ripa. Sorry, Ripa, you got a 6, you said?
I got a 6.
Oh my god,
Yep.
I would
Okay.
just love if I just like jumped out and like just shot him right in the eye with like an acorn, and he was like, "Ah, I'm blind," and then Ripa just goes in and just smashes him. I would
That's what
love
he
that
And
immensely.
he's like, "Oh, I'm blind," and then Rip is like,
Yeah.
and he splits his
Like
head down the
paint in the
middle.
carriage.
Yes.
we have to
That's
keep it wet, so we just swab the carriage with ooze every 20
See,
minutes.
Ripper
So
cuts his head off. Ripper
Well,
cuts
we
his head
should
off,
do
but
ooze,
then takes the body and is like pointing the neck, so like the gouts of blood hit it, so the wagon is red.
Perfect. Perfect.
Just,
It's
like, closing it.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That works out perfectly. As this happens, with under the cover of darkness and with the element of surprise, this poor hapless caravan master is absolutely just eviscerated by Ripa's axe and just smoked
Good
in
job,
between the eyes
guys.
by
Hey,
Penelope.
Hey.
Yeah, my orcorn.
Just as quick as that happens,
Acorn
there
didn't
is a
eviscerate
scream
him.
that comes from the back
Did
of this
not, but it-
caravan.
I did too, though.
Oh
A
shit, there's more
very
guys.
a very large and portly dwarf woman exits the caravan with all haste. And she's got her fine silk dress hiked up as she starts running down the road away from the carriage.
That sounds like food, Kalkara.
Can I disassemble
And
my
bear
trench
trap.
coat
Yeah.
and go scuttling after her?
Disassemble the trench coat and go scuttling.
Oh God!
Yes.
Chased by 3 raccoons.
Are going to
Horrifying.
run.
Under the cover of darkness.
I need
This
the
woman is
shiny,
running for
okay?
her life.
I
Away
can't
from
help
horrors.
myself.
Are we playing a comedy or are we playing a horror movie? Like this is. Jeez.
Yes.
This woman
Kind of
is
both.
running off into the night after her caravan driver was just ruthlessly slaughtered. She has no idea
We
what
need
awaits her.
exercise. We don't get
And
a lot of
as
chances
she's
to
running
do
with
it.
all
No.
haste, Mary, Queen of Trash, chases after this woman without her disguise, without her trench
It's
coat.
just
You catch up. She's a portly dwarven woman with silken dress hiked up, and you are 3 feral raccoons. So,
Interrogate her, by the way. Just saying.
Can,
Yeah,
also, I can
Portly,
tackle
where
her
are
to
the
the ground.
pecan pies?
Exactly. Where the pies, mate? Where the
Oh.
pies?
All right.
So can
That's
one of
enough.
me jump on her head, the other
Okay.
of me tangle myself in her feet, and the third of me just jump on her chest and weigh her down?
yes, it sounds like this is the most appropriate action if you are getting violent. So go ahead and make me. I'm going to allow you to use. You've got the cover of darkness. You don't have the element of surprise anymore.
You climb
or-
her thighs like a tree trunk. Just fucking.
I am adapted for this. You're welcome.
Remind me again what your trait, your tool, and your motivation are.
My tool is a slingshot, which will not be helpful.
Okay, that's all right.
But my trait is stealthy.
Okay, yep, that works.
So
Some
she
Sly
doesn't
Cooper
see me
shit
coming.
going on.
Yeah,
And I will
She just
also
hears
let you
da-dum,
use your
da-dum, da-dum.
motivation. Are you planning on stealing?
I want the
things from
shiny
this
bits.
woman?
Yes.
Okay.
All
perfect.
6 little hands.
While
are
one
really
of us
taking
is
every pocket
interrogating
and
her,
parcel in this
The
moment.
other ones are
God,
stealing
that's
her
horrible.
earrings and everything else.
Motivation, stealthy, 1 dice
So many
because,
tiny
and then the cover
hands.
of darkness. Mary, Queen of Trash, roll me 4 6-sided dice. Let me know what you get.
Right, here we go.
Gosh, this is horrifying.
I got a 2, a 5, a 1, and a 4.
Okay,
5.
so you have a success with a complication. So on a roll of a 4 or a 5, you choose one of these things, Mary, Queen of Trash. You can either not take any harm. You can deal harm. You can get them out of the way, or you can take something from them.
Oh,
Man.
That's easy.
come on.
Oh,
Oh no! It's horrifying. Why is it black and white?
Black and white.
Oh, shit, I love it.
Okay, sorry. Read me my options again. I can either.
You can deal harm. You can not take any harm. You can get out of the way. Or I'm sorry, you can get them out of the way, or you can take something from them.
Take
Come on.
something
Yeah.
from the raccoons or from
No,
the
from
dwarf?
her.
From the woman
From the
that you
dwarf.
are
My
assaulting.
motivation is kleptomania. I'm
Yeah,
going for
for
it.
sure.
All right. Sounds good.
Pillage.
So this is
We've
this
been
is what
kicked
happens.
before. It's fine.
Mary, Queen of Trash.
Yes.
You are 3 feral raccoons in all of your glory. You are fast. You are creatures of the night. You are stealthy. You
Thank
descend
you.
upon this woman with the fury of fur and claws, and you're coming at
Fur
her
and
from all
6
directions.
tiny grabby hands.
But this portly dwarven woman is very stout, and she has a low center of gravity. So despite your best efforts to trip her up, she's got adrenaline flowing, and she is just making a beeline for down the road back to somewhere where hopefully she can find safety. You do snag a nice shiny necklace that she was wearing. It's a beautiful sapphire brooch with a gold chain. You manage to get that off of her neck. In the process, you get somewhat trampled by her large dwarven frame.
Oh.
And in doing so, you will take 1 point of harm.
Oh.
So, Mary, Queen of Trash, you take 1
Worth
point
it.
of harm. I need you to roll a 6-sided dice.
Okay. Just one.
Just one.
No crap. It's beautiful.
It is.
I got a 6.
Perfect. So the way that this works for our viewers is when you take harm, you have to roll a 6-sided dice. As long as you exceed the number of harm that your character currently has, you live to fight another day. Once you roll
Hey.
equal to or less than the number of harm that you currently have, your
We
character
died that
you
easily?
die a horrible death. Now,
Ooh.
you are able to
You can use
another...
zeal to not die. You have 5 points.
Yes. You have 5 points of zeal. You can use zeal throughout the course of your adventure to automatically succeed on any roll. It can be a skill check. It can
Yeah.
be
5,
check
right?
to take harm. Yes,
Yep.
everyone has 5. So, Mary,
Okay.
Queen of Trash, you have a single harm, but you are beaten but not deterred. And
I
you
am slightly
managed-
trampled, but it's okay. I got a necklace out of it.
Yes, you got a beautiful shiny necklace out of it, which I'm sure
Heart
will
of
help
the
you
ocean.
disguise into town.
Mm.
Yes, you're
With
welcome.
that, the carriage driver has been disemboweled and is now presumably painting the carriage, question mark?
Yeah, I'm using any blood splatter to just like I initially, once I cut his head off, I grabbed him, just pointed him at the carriage to get that blood splatter, just like spray it as much as possible. And now I'm just using it as a pot to I'm just like red ones go
I love the
faster.
idea of just smacking this disembodied head against the carriage and just creating blood splatter marks.
If you get
he's just
the
muttering,
arterial spray.
"Gotta go
I
fast,
just like grabbed
gotta
the
go
body and like
fast."
pointed the arterial spray at it. So I just like like kind of like an airbrush. I used them as an airbrush basically for the.
I love it. That's perfect.
It's the most
Excellent.
beautiful art I've ever seen.
Perfect. Ooze.
Yeah, and I'm just
Ooze,
giving the pieces
Telkara,
to.
and Squish.
I'm
giving-
chewing an arm off of the carriage driver right now.
Ooze, there is most of a skeleton still left if you want to absorb it.
That's true. We have no use for bones.
Yep. I will.
Oh my god, this is perfect, guys. You have like a meat
We have
eater
a-
and a
we
bone
have a-
eater.
We have a very good
there
and
anything
a
in the
blood
back?
painter.
In the back of the caravan.
Mary
Great
Queen
question,
of Trash
Squish.
takes all of their personal
Yes.
belongings. I eat their flesh. Ooze utilizes the bones.
Gosh, that's
Oh, yeah,
great.
Can
What
I
is it?
rifle through the pockets of the
no waste.
deposed driver?
Zero waste. There you go.
Yes. So Mary Queen
There
of
you go.
Trash, you are currently preoccupied,
I
and there is
limp
nothing
back.
left of this driver. Any contents that were in his pockets are now inside of Ooze.
Oh.
Wish.
Ooze.
Which,
Squish.
if they're metal, might drop out later.
There's a
Oh.
handful of coins.
I'm going to be following behind
Chinese!
Ooze.
Squish. You investigate the interior of this carriage, and you find that it is whoever was in this carriage was probably somebody that was extremely well off. The seats are They have these very beautiful upholstered cushioned chairs. They have these very nice, like fine inlaid silk curtains that are drawn closed. There is nothing that maybe gives away who the person was in the carriage, but you're fairly confident you've just robbed somebody who's either a very wealthy aristocrat or perhaps somebody of nobility. There's also a small chest. Actually, I'm going to make you make a look around check. And since I already said it, if you fail, there's no chest.
I do.
No, there's
ahead.
the chest, but if he fails, there's nothing
It's a
in it.
mimic.
Oh,
Maybe it's the decoy carriage.
All right, so would
Yeah,
it just
for
be
the-
1d6 then?
So, Squish, remind me again what your trait and your motivation.
I am slippery, and I am trying to please the master. So I'm trying to build up good stuff for.
he wants
you know,
to work
well-
extra hard by
Mhm.
doing
There could be
the
something
plan.
useful to the master's
Yes.
hoards or ambitions.
Mm.
Okay, and then what is your tool? Oh, olive oil? That's
a
unfortunately
bottle.
not going to come in
It's a
handy here.
But I could use the oil, and it could make things more shiny, which could make
So oil all over.
I'll just
Save
oil
the
the
oil.
entire place.
That's a big stretch, Squish. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you one just because. One because you're trying to please the master. And then what was your trait?
Slippery.
Slippery. I'll give you 3. I'll give you 3 and say it helps with the dexterity involved in slinking
Crawling around under the fucking benches and shit.
3, 3, and 1.
Yay, our first critical failure.
Oh no!
Wait, a 3 is still a critical failure?
So the way critical failures work in this game is if you fail a roll
Fail and
if
have
you
a
rolled
1.
at least 1, you have a critical failure.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Oh dear.
Under look around, you attempt to gather information or search an area, make a roll. On a 6, you may ask one question of the following list. On a 4 or 5, the game master chooses one to answer. You rolled a 3, however, so you critically failed, which means, let me find the spot here.
So I get 5 zeal, right?
Correct. Yes. Do you want to use one to reroll?
I'll
Or you
use
automatically succeed?
Yeah,
Do you
I
wanna
will
use the
use
zeal?
I'll use the zeal. I mean, this is probably might be a one shot. So I'm using the zeal.
Okay, sounds good. You will spend a zeal, and instead you succeed. You do
Yeah.
find a chest. The chest is currently locked, but it looks like it probably is it's a small, strong box.
Yeah,
It probably
he has
holds
the skeleton key.
Yes.
probably
I-
holds some sort of gold or maybe something even more valuable. Probably very
Like
valuable.
some
jewelry,
Precious
something like
nuts?
that.
Like precious nuts?
Mm.
You doubt
I
that
go
it
to
contains
ooze.
precious nuts, but it's
Aw.
possible.
I would
Anything is
put my
possible
precious
until
nuts
it's
in a
opened.
lost chest.
Mm.
And
Wait,
it's made
ooze.
of metal. Sorry, ooze.
Christian. I meant that seriously.
Oh, did you mean that seriously?
I meant that serious. I'm a squirrel.
Once an
Shit.
I'm a squirrel, guys.
Squish, you now have a locked lockbox.
I bring it to Ooze. Ooze. Help
He can hold it for
Sama.
you, but it is made of metal and he will not dissolve it.
Correct.
The whole thing is made of metal, or are there?
Can't we
Yes.
get
wooden
extra dice
components?
for using puns though? Like can he use a skeleton key?
I will give you no dice.
Aw.
And we are all dumber for having listened to you.
I am right proper at bashing.
Can
I'm
I
just saying.
bash it open? I want.
I'm right proper at bashing, mate.
None of us
Go
have
back-
pickpocket as a
Yo,
skill,
bash
do we?
it. Yeah,
I
bash
mean,
it.
I would say Mary Queen of Trash. You could probably also pick it.
Yes, you
Mary
probably
Queen of
could.
Trash, you have a very special thing as
You
the
could
former prisoner.
I
possibly
do,
borrow something from Ooze.
I was gonna save it for when it mattered.
You can save
Oh,
it.
you can
That's
save
the beauty
it.
of this
That's
game.
fine.
Can I tell them what my special object is?
You certainly can, but then they know you have it. And of course, these are a bunch of scoundrels and minions. So.
I also
Who
just saw
not
you
too
turn
long
into
ago
3
imprisoned you.
raccoons for the first time.
Oh, surprise!
Penelope is the only one who had no idea that Mary Queen of Trash is 3
I know.
That-
She's like, she's raccoons. Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 of them.
Can
No.
we try other methods of opening this chest first?
Yes, we
Bash
can.
it.
But for the purposes of time, we're going to speed this along a little bit. So You guys have this carriage. You've commandeered it, just borrowing it temporarily. Who is driving the carriage?
Big floppy hat.
Mary. Mary is the only one who can pass as normal.
Okay. I reassemble myself
I
and
d-
I
I
sit
d-
in the front seat.
I do
If the
wanna
guy
lay
had
it-
a big
I do
floppy
wanna
hat,
lay
I'm
down
just
gonna
on
put
the-
it
on the
on
cushy-
Mary.
on the cushy things. Like it's
Like
very
right on her
comfy
head.
back here.
It is very comfy. Yes.
I will lay down there.
Ooze, where are you?
Underneath
You will dissolve
the
this carriage if you try to go into it.
He's like
Yes.
underneath it,
You
just
should
like
be underneath. Yeah.
He'll
Okay,
melt it.
but-
He can't touch it.
Have a
I
little
mean-
He's just gonna roll along under it in the shadows of the carriage.
A puddle.
have a little pan underneath you so that when you pass the coins, I can collect them later. Okay. Think of others.
Oh,
here.
you could pick up stuff though, like
The
Roomba,
Roomba.
while being on the bottom. Yeah.
yeah. He's like a little
love
like
it.
He's scouring the road for change and also scraps of roadkill underneath the carriage. We're like
As you
swerving for
guys-
every like squirrel. We're like, get squirrel, get squirrel.
Hey,
It's like,
hey,
All you hear from
you
under the
just
carriage
you
is
just hear
blah,
from
blah,
like ooze like thank you. Blah, 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 blah.
every time the horses poop, he's just like nom 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 nom. underneath the carriage.
Oh, no.
You'll never know when we need that later.
No.
Hey,
Pass
hey,
without
hey!
a
You'll
trace.
never know when we need that later.
blah. It is organic.
God.
Yes. I like to think
Okay.
we're a very eco-friendly group. Yay!
Is anybody
Master
not
will be so
traveling in
entertained.
the carriage other than Ooze?
Nope. Ripa is in the back, hiding.
Rippet's in the back. Kelkara, are you in the back as well?
Indeed.
Okay. So Squish, Penelope, Kelkara, and Ripa are in the back.
Mhm.
Ooze, you are riding underneath the carriage, and Mary, Queen of Trash, you are guiding the carriage, directing the two
Yay.
horses. This is going to be excellent.
I'm a
Under
good
the
driver.
guise of your carriage,
Painted
you-
with blood.
painted with blood.
Horse
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
You
And
should have painted
disguise.
the horses with blood.
You come across
sprayed
a
a little bit of them.
crossroads. You travel through the night. Everybody gets rest in their various capacities. Some on comfy cushions. Others don't have brains and therefore don't need to sleep.
My
Ooze.
bodies rotate, so one of them sleeps.
Yes.
That's amazing. Wow,
is
that's
amazing.
incredible.
The benefit of being we. Just you don't
Every
use your
2
legs
hours,
right now.
you just kind of go.
Two of us drive
only
while
the
one of us
hands.
sleeps.
Yes, only the hands and the head are working. The third person is
The
sleeping.
the feet are
Just
sleeping.
rotate.
You just see two little
If you
raccoon
haven't
feet dangling.
seen our 3 Raccoons in a Trench Coat episode, you guys need to watch it.
Yeah, you do.
And
You
if I
really do.
recall, there were actually 4 raccoons.
Yeah,
in
there
that
were 4
picture.
Yeah,
of us
there were
being
4
three
raccoons,
raccoons.
yes. 2 middle.
We had
Okay.
2 hands.
Yes.
Yes, perfect. Okay, so you guys are able to navigate the entire night without running into anybody else. I'll say you run into another group of travelers during the day, but Mary, Queen of Trash, you are able to just offer them
I
a
bamboozle them.
disarming tip of the hat, and without any sort of noticing, you guys carry on your merry way. As you approach and come to the second night, the moon is very high in the sky. It's cold this night, and there is a slight rain. You know that you're getting close to the town because you come to a crossroad.
There's like a dry mark every time behind like the carriage as he just like sucks up all the fucking water under it.
Hey, staying hydrated is important.
It's
okay?
it's the opposite of like a snail trail. It's just like
Yep.
literally just dry.
It's amazing.
Why is this dirt extra dry?
It's amazing.
As you guys approach this crossroad, you notice that there is a lone figure that is standing at the intersection.
Do we kill him?
no.
Do we kill him? Do we kill him?
They
Do
are
we kill him?
tall. They're tall. They appear generally humanoid shaped, and they're wearing all black clothing.
It's the
Of course he
devil.
is. Yeah,
Standing
literally,
still
it's the
and
devil.
Don't appear to
know.
notice it.
Could also be 5 raccoons. Who knows? I don't know anything anymore.
Ooh,
Say
should I
Mary,
Mary, you
chitter
are the
at
first person
them?
to notice, and Ooze, you also notice as well because you are outside of the caravan. What do the two of you do?
Wait, Ooze, and who else notices? Me?
Mary.
You, Mary.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if I should chitter at them or if I should say something.
You
As
speak
you pass,
raccoon?
just not even stop, just chitter at him.
I mean, if anything, we could just We can stop the carriage a little bit ways away.
Kill him. We can kill him.
We
Mhm.
could
Just
kill
speed
them.
up. We should run him over.
Yes, yes,
When you
yes.
think about it,
yes.
you could really just run him over, and there would
Yes,
be no
mile
points
away.
left.
So I
literally,
will.
I need to call out a greeting.
The horses
I need to
are
say
like,
that this is. I say, ahoy there. What do
Raccoon-
humans say?
Ahoy
I
there.
don't know.
Oh, no, that works
Ahoy!
perfectly. Actually, that's what a
Ahoy.
raccoon disguised as human says. It says, "Ahoy there!"
Hello, fellow human traveler.
A puff
Nice day,
of
innit?
smoke. A puff of smoke appears from the traveler's
Hello, fellow
face,
human.
and he turns to greet the carriage that is approaching. He tips his hat, and
The
as the
sentient
carriage
scarecrow.
approaches a little closer, you notice that this person is very tall. Ripa, how tall are you? You're probably a pretty big dude.
6'6", 6'7". Yeah.
Okay. You would estimate this person is probably right around the same height as Ripa, if not maybe a little taller, but they are extremely skinny. They're wearing large clothes, but they look almost skeletal.
Slender
Um,
man.
Yeah. Oh my God, I was thinking the same thing.
The
I'm
person tips his
ooze.
hat to you and he says, "Ahoy."
Oh, nice day, isn't it?
Kind of looks around at his general surroundings and he smiles, offers you just kind of a non-committal shrug. Your carriage has to come to a halt as you approach the intersection and the man is standing in the center of it. Once the carriage comes to a halt, the rest of you, if you are awake, notice.
About the nuts.
I'm sleeping in the back with my mouth open and my tongue like lolling out like a dog. Like, ah.
Nice.
Is probably sleeping too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll step away, but I'm like slowly peeking. Like you just see the.
He's like snow ripping.
Just
curtain's
through the
like-
curtain. You just peek through the curtain. Penelope, how about you?
I was gonna do the same thing, but
There are two curtains, one on either side. The two
Okay.
kobolds can just
okay. Yes.
perfect.
Penelope Panini.
Oh yeah. Mary, ask him about the nuts.
Penelope, you have made a roll already, correct?
Yes.
Squish, did you make a roll? You did for the lockbox. Did anybody not make a roll so far?
I think Ooze hasn't made a roll.
Ooze.
Yeah,
Ooze,
all
you
you've
haven't
been
made a
doing is
roll, huh?
eating.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay, so there's a few things that are going on here. Mary, Queen of Trash, you are currently talking with this person.
I have
The-
grovel in my back pocket just in case you're thinking of harming me.
That is true. So
Don't
here's
you-
what we're gonna do for flavor and to keep the story moving forward. Squish and Penelope, I would say you guys are kind of looking around, which is a check. So I will go ahead and have both of you make that check. I'll let you know how many dice in just a sec. Mary, Queen of Trash, you are either trying not to get caught or trying to talk it over. I'll let you pick which one.
Well, it's been a while since I've had to practice my human skills in
Talk it over?
conversation.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
nice.
try and talk.
Okay.
Talk to this guy.
And then Ooze, what are you trying to do? Avoid danger is a move. Perhaps you're trying to do that while hiding under the carriage.
I'm probably going to actually do the move "Don't get caught" because I'm just hiding underneath this carriage.
Okay.
You become
Sounds good.
more puddle like.
The wagon stops and just like, psst.
So
it's
we'll
our
start with
coolant. We've had problems.
Yeah, we have a leak.
Ooze. Being hungry all the time does not help you here.
Yep.
Your skeleton, unfortunately, I would say also does not help you here.
Nope.
I will say it is the cover of night. That also does not help you here, actually. What is your trait?
The cover of night would help him hide.
He can see in the dark this figure.
Oh.
He
Uh,
needs
my-
to
He's the
remain hidden.
devil.
Then he can't do anything.
So
My
he still
talent
could be
is I
five
can dissolve
raccoons.
things.
I
Also,
can
not
have
going
you
to help
dissolve
me
Can
the
you
here.
highwayman.
dissolve into the darkness?
I will give you one dice because, as always, I will give you a second dice because there are other characters and other moving parts here.
Distracting
You are
things.
dissolving into the background. I'll give you
Yes,
that.
dissolving into
Okay.
the scenery.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me two
Wordplay.
dice.
Two
Penelope,
dice.
you are concerned with causing violence, destroying things. You have a bazooka.
I'm really good
and
at
you
seeing
just
and
wanna
spotting
spread-
things.
Okay, I will give you that one. So you
Mhm.
will have that one and one other, so you get two dice. Squish. You don't know who this person is yet or what they want, so I won't give you anything for helping the master. I will give you slippery in this case, though, because you're kind of hiding in the back of the wagon. So you will
Ooh.
also get 2 dice, and then Mary, Queen of Trash. You are a kleptomaniac, which doesn't help you in this
Yay.
particular instance.
I don't see anything
Um,
shiny. Nothing triggers me.
Yep, nothing triggers you there.
Barrel
And then
chittering.
your
The
tool is a
Rolex.
slingshot, which I will say also does not help you here.
No.
And then
trying to
what is
remain
your
peaceful.
trait? You're stealthy. I'll say
Yes.
subterfuge is something that you're using, so you also get 2 dice. Everyone gets 2 dice. in
Yes,
this roll.
I roll 2 paws casually forward on the seat and attempt to look human.
Some weather we're having.
Fine.
Weather.
Fine phenomena we are experiencing. Don't you agree?
Ooze, what did you get for your 2 rolls, bud?
I got a 1 and a 6.
Okay, so
Hey.
that is a success. And you were trying to not get caught, correct?
Correct.
Perfect. Okay. On a roll of 6, nobody notices you. So you are unnoticed for the remainder of this encounter. Squish, what did you get?
1 and a 6.
All right. So, and you were trying to look around. So
Mhm.
on a roll of a 6, you may ask one question from the following list. What is dangerous here? What is valuable here? What has recently happened here? Or what is hidden here?
What is hidden here?
Perfect.
Ooh.
Penelope, what did you get?
I got a 4.
Okay. I choose the question that I want to answer for you. That's the only difference there.
Okay.
And then
Gotcha.
Mary, Queen of Trash, what did you roll?
I roll 2, right?
Mhm.
Yes, you rolled
2 dice.
2d6.
Okay.
6.
A 6 and a 1.
Yes, master of
Wow.
disguise.
Perfect.
Really weird, yeah.
And yours was to talk it over. On a roll of a 6, you convince this person to help you. Perfect.
Ooh.
So, this is what Squish
Look
and
at that.
Penelope.
Your
Squish, what
hand
question would you
waving
like?
worked.
I know. Look, I fooled
I
him.
think it was the
What is hidden here?
What is
Yes.
hidden?
What is hidden here is the solution to a problem that you have. Penelope,
Hmm.
I am going to answer for you.
Mm.
What has recently happened here? And I will tell you that there was planar travel that recently occurred here. The air smells like sulfur.
It's
Like-
the devil at the crossroads. I
Planar?
knew
Like
it.
planar travel?
Hey.
Yep.
Yes.
We're gonna ask him for a steel guitar.
And
It smells
Mary,
like
Queen of
shotgun.
Trash,
Yeah.
you rolled a 6, which
Yep.
means you convinced this person to help you. Go ahead and play out what it is that you're
Yeah.
asking of this stranger.
Oh man, I didn't think I'd get this far. Uh,
I didn't plan for this. It could be simply safe passage without incident.
yes.
Sell your
that's-
soul to him for a favor, but you're 3 raccoons in a trench coat, so you don't actually have a soul, but he thinks you're a person, so he thinks you do, so you get it for nothing.
Joke's on him.
Trick the devil.
Worst
Ooh.
case scenario, he only gets 1 of your 3 souls.
I can
That's
spare that, I
Then the
suppose.
other 2 can steal. Fuck you, feet.
You were asleep this
safe
entire
passage.
Safe
We need
passage,
safe
very
passage.
well. You approach this person, and again, as I mentioned before, the carriage has to come to a halt. He moves forward towards you, and as he does, there's a aura of power, and you can't help but feel kind of that deep kind of carnal fear sink in. The fur on the back of your neck raises. You recognize that this person is very much more than they seem. They get closer to you, and they
But
look up,
so
and for the
are you.
first time, their face is illuminated. You
Do
can
I
see
grovel now?
eyes are these 2 bright yellow orbs. And their teeth are just a little too pointed for what looks like to be a human
I'm not
otherwise.
equipped to handle
And
this.
your teeth are also a little too pointed. Your eyes dark
Wait,
and beady.
It's another.
Do I
It's
puff
another
out my
raccoon.
chest to compensate?
The
puff up. They hate that.
Little chest fur.
Like
He
what, throws his
bursts it.
arms up in the air. Make yourself bigger. Make yourself bigger.
I don't know, man. What do I do?
the person says
Steal
it
his
is
eyes.
the person says it is a fine night for travel.
Yeah.
He says he kind of looks at you, and then he kind of looks around at the rest of the cart, And he kind of tips his hat and he says, I hope you get to where you're going. And he steps aside. Allows
I
your
think I just
carriage to pass.
peed my raccoon pants a little bit.
You
we
don't
did
have
it.
pants. You have a trench coat. It allows
You-
for free
you
flowing.
pee your-
What?
You pee
No,
your
no, it's the
shoes, your
top-
shirt, and your collar.
No. What happens is it's just one of the raccoons. Like the top raccoon pees, and then it just pees on the other raccoons going down.
Oh no!
Listen, at this moment, nobody minds, okay? We're just relieved that we made it.
Don't worry, Ooze will clean that
Aside-
up.
Thank you.
Aside from this strange incident that you have with a stranger at the crossroads, the rest of your travel is without further incident. Daylight
I
approaches,
was ready
and
to
as the sun
grovel.
is
I'm just saying.
as the sun is cresting the horizon, it brings with it its warmth. The slight rainfall has also stopped, and you guys see as you crest this hill on this road, you see before you the small town of Flintlock. You can smell the fires of industry from within the town. Perhaps there is a smith that's working some iron. You hear just the sound of general labors, things being chopped and smashed and whatnot. But you do see before you, like I said, the town, and it looks like opportunity.
I'm gonna open one of the windows before we get like too close to the town. I'm gonna yeet my gnawed arm bone into ooze under the leg.
Don't
Nice.
Who's just like,
I
what
love
do I
it.
look
It just strikes up and he's like,
completed skeleton.
do we miss anything?
Can I use my little raccoon nose to sniff out where the pecan pie is?
Oh my god, I was just gonna say the same thing. That's perfect. Go ahead, Mary.
Do I
You
need
were
to
trying
roll
to
for
sniff
that?
out what, Mary?
I need to sniff out where the pecan pies are being sold.
Okay.
I pull one of these.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have
we know the tavern is the brass tacks and
Ripper
something.
knows where it is because
brass
he's been there.
tacks and hard
Oh,
But
facts.
that doesn't
Yes.
mean that that's where the nuts are being roasted. That's just where the pies are being
No, but the nuts are
sold.
good. Well, the
But we need the
either
chef.
the nuts or the pies are gonna show up there, and then we could just follow them backwards.
Trice,
Or
backtrace
we
the
can go
nuts.
directly to the nut cooking.
We need to decide what we want to do. Do we
Let her
want to kidnap
sniff
the
out
chef?
some nuts.
Now
She
I'm
goes right for your
confused.
pocket. Oh my god! If she gets a complication or failure, she just mauls you for your nuts in your pockets.
The
Oh,
rodents
that's
bite.
fair.
And there's 3 of me. It won't be gentle.
I have a bazooka.
That's true.
She's got 6 tiny grabby hands.
I do have 6 tiny grams.
You keep your
Just
hands off
pulling
my
all of the
nuts.
various pins out of the bazooka.
Unless you're wearing something shiny. That's my downfall.
Ripa, you are an independent contractor, and you've been to this town before. You have some information that may assist the
Oh, I know.
the travelers
I
in
know
finding
where
this
the
tavern,
I know where the
perhaps.
place is. I've been there.
What place?
The pie place.
Pie place?
The
Yeah, I know
tavern.
where it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I eat the
How
pies.
was it?
Damn.
Did they have
oh,
pies when you were there?
It's really fucking good, mate. It's really fucking good. I don't think
Wait.
you like it. You might want to add some meat to it, but it's really good just the way it is for me.
Wait, the last time you came here, how did you get in and get out?
I just went in and bought it.
No.
Oh,
So
see,
we
why don't
didn't
we
need
just
this
do that?
caravan?
There we
Well,
go.
we have a
It's more fun to
caravan.
kill
Why don't we
people.
just
Well-
kidnap the chef?
We can put the chef in the caravan. No, yeah, that's a good point. We should keep it to stow away the chef.
We're not
We
the ones
could
responsible
pretend
for
that we
making
have
the
the
talk.
next shipment of nuts for them, even though we don't, and we could be like, "Hey, you need to
No,
get
we
these
need something
pecans
to
outta
lure
here."
the chef specifically out.
And then he'll be like, "I didn't order this," and we'll be like, "I know you're supposed to sign this paper for the
Just
delivery.
the
I
chef.
don't
It
care if you
sounds
ordered it or
very
not.
bureaucratic.
It says
I don't
chef.
know.
Signature here."
That's what they
Listen.
do in these towns, don't they? Like it's all papers and like sign this, sign
Yeah,
that.
people love papers.
My favorite thing about this is literally what a fucking group of minions trying to accomplish anything in a town would look like. It would like
Humans love papers.
Yeah.
No,
They always
kidnap
put
the
their little
Santa
scribbles
Claus.
on it.
Lock him in a box.
a
Do we have a
fucking
box?
ooze, an orc, a gnoll, 2 kobolds, and 3 raccoons walk into a bar, right? Like
Do we wait. Our box isn't big enough. We need a big is there like a secret box in like that we can like compartment in this place in this?
I mean, we have the entire caravan.
Yeah.
It's like
But we need to like keep the
covered
chef
and stuff.
quiet. What if we just steal one of
Humans
the
get
pies?
smaller when you fold them backwards. Like,
Or actually, no, hold on.
Hmm.
Our options are kidnap a
Humans are small
chef,
without their limbs.
steal a pie, or get the recipe, right?
Those
Get
are
the
three. Those are
recipe.
three viable options. Yes.
Was one of them steal a pie?
No,
I
it was
feel
get the
like we should
recipe,
just get the
find where the
recipe.
ingredients are being grown,
Ingredients. Yes.
or get the chef.
That's what it was. It was chef, recipe, or
Finding the
ingredients.
ingredients is probably the easiest because you can just backtrack a shipment. Just
Yeah,
like
I was gonna
stake
say
out
we
the
could
place
get the
and see where.
recipe,
Yeah.
and that'll have everything listed, and then we can go raid villages or whatever we need to do after that.
Guys,
Yeah,
if we
finding
want to
the
be
recipe.
extra, if we want to be extra special, if we get like 2 out of 3 or all 3 of them, the boss will be like extra happy.
Swift
I don't
ones.
care about
Telkara,
that. It
you
pays me the
immediately
same.
think back to a moment when you were given multiple options to accomplish a task, and then you were subsequently sent out to finish the other options you didn't do.
Ah.
See,
Just
the
We
newbie
should
insert
knows.
check off
vague
as many
flashback
as we
of this
can.
giant pain
The
in the ass.
newbie knows. This is why I got hired on.
Ripa, that means more money for you, though.
I don't care either way.
I mean,
just
there's
get
just
paid.
not enough like death and chaos in what's being suggested.
All right.
here.
Well,
Like, paper
I
Alright.
suggest we get the
and, like,
recipe
tracking.
because that involves my area of expertise, which is stealing. I
But
can get it.
So there's 2 options for the recipe, right? Either the chef has memorized it, it's not actually recorded, or the humans have scribbled it
Oh.
on one of their pieces of parchment and it's somewhere in the
If it
kitchen.
is scribbled, I can get it. But if
If
it's
it is
memorized,
scribbled,
we
Mary
need
Queen
the
of
chef.
Trash can get it. So what should we? Here's the plan.
So
Here's
wait,
the
wait,
plan.
wait, wait.
Ripa
1
and
second.
Mary Queen of Trash are gonna go into the tavern. Ripa is gonna order a pie and pretend to be normal and try to find out who the chef is and talk to him for a bit. Mary Queen of Trash is gonna sneak into the kitchen and look for the recipe. The
So
rest
I
of
have
us
a
are gonna wait in
question.
this wagon.
So I question.
Your
Who
plan.
know how to read?
Does
Uh,
anyone know how to read? That's a fair question. Do any of you actually know how to read?
No.
Ripa,
But we
Ripa,
know
the
what
one that
paper and
signs
scribbles
contracts
looks
that
like.
say shit, has no fucking idea.
I
just puts
would
a
love
handprint
if
on 'em.
Ooze is the one who knows how to read.
It should be Ooze.
it's like
I
I've
know how to
digested
read
a lot
and
of
can't
writers, okay?
Just a lot of books, just like, you
A
know.
lot of books. Entire library.
He's
So,
got
like-
hobbies too.
Hellcar, your plan is for Ripa to talk to people
He
and
ate
talk
the
Cool.
pie
to
before.
the chef.
He's
I
just gonna
just-
order the
you know,
pie
I
again
mean,
like he
like,
did last time.
You know, I know I'm new. I just want to, point out some of the flaws in this like little
He's
plan
done it
here.
before.
Yes, he's ordered a pie and eaten it before. He has not
Yeah.
like requested to talk to the chef and like
Gotta go
find out things.
And order the pie.
do it.
Okay, what would
It just
Plankton do
compliment
when
the
he's
pie
trying to
and see
steal
if
a
they're
Krabby
okay.
Patty?
Ripa says he's got it. All right. I
I
mean,
got
I'm
it,
just
I
wanting
got
to
it, I
point
got
some
it.
stuff out. It's okay. Ripa says he's got it.
How about we just find the chef, ask and just interrogate him where the
What
thing
if
is,
he
and then just
lies?
Where's the pies? Where's the
We gotta-
pie?
We have to be subtle about it, Squish. If we
I'm
just
going
barge
into
in there,
town.
the guards are gonna be here.
Wait,
Penelope is going into
I'm
town.
going
She
into
jumps out
town.
of the wagon
She
and she's
exits
racing
the
toward
wagon
the
and
town.
starts
Exiting the
making her
wagon.
way.
I'm watching
hold on,
this.
hold
I'm
on.
watching
I
this.
have an
I'm watching
idea.
this.
I have an idea. Hear me
Did
out
she get
before you
killed?
exit the wagon.
Yeah, keep a wide berth from her. I
So
say I
we're
say
gonna
the
need
others.
to do all 3 actually. We're gonna need to get the recipe. We're gonna need to kidnap the chef and take a pie because if the chef lies about the recipe, we can taste the pie as corroboration. And if he lies about the recipe, we can kill him. So we need to get all 3 actually.
Wow, I think Mary's the
You know
smart
what,
one of the
Mary,
group.
Queen of Trash? That is absolutely
Except
a
one of the 3
brilliant...
items was not a pie. It was finding where the
ingredients.
ingredients are
Yes.
grown.
But
I
I
want to
think
try a pie though.
we might as well take
I mean,
like
yeah,
6
if
or
we're
7
there,
pies.
we should grab as many pies.
We need
as
a
can.
control subject, which is the pie. So, but we need the chef
It's a
and we
really
need a
good
written
pie.
recipe. Because if the
Mary,
chef
Queen of Trash,
lies,
that is a very astute observation that you've made. But the powers that be in this universe only have time for one of those 3 things
No.
today.
all right, we need the
Wait,
chef. Just
wait,
get the chef.
wait.
We can torture it out of him.
The basements of taverns always connect to the sewers. Always. What if we just dump Ooze down a manhole and then he just goes into the tavern through the
Do you
basement?
know how long it's gonna take him to
Sneaky.
work through all that sewers before he can actually get to the basement?
We'll just pick the manhole closest to the tavern.
Ooze, where
3
are you
days
a
later,
native
you'll
of?
get there.
You know, that's honestly not a bad plan.
The sewers?
Yeah, let's find a sewer grate to shove you
I-
through.
I
Yeah,
was
we
not
finally
thinking
go
that,
find the
but that
nearest
does
metal
make
we're
more
shove
sense.
No,
You know
no.
That makes sense. Ooze,
get a
perhaps
giant
you grew up
mallet
in
and
these
just-
sewers. You were a sewer ooze.
Now, Ooze, who we have definitely no evidence for his sentience or lack thereof. We're just like, go find the
What are you
tavern, buddy,
talking
and
about?
just
This
jump
ooze
into
makes
it.
smiley faces and frowny faces. He
He
Has
knows.
sentience.
He knows how to read, damn it.
Ooze, can you
Remember,
smiley
when you
face
find
or
the
frown
recipe
face
or
this
the
plan?
pies or the chef, don't touch them.
Ooze, can you
Just like-
smiley face or frown face this plan?
He skeleton shrugs.
Oh
Good
no.
enough.
All right, let's
Penelope.
just drive
So here's
over a
the thing.
sewer grate.
I'll go in with Mary. We put Ooze through the sewer. He'll be in the back, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll eat the pie and I'll like pay me compliments to the chef. So when he comes out, maybe I can see what his face looks like. So when he leaves later, we can grab him.
Yeah.
What
Right.
about
And
Ooze?
Mary can go in with you, but like be all like subtle to the back. And when you're talking to the chef, if no one's looking, she can just kind of slip into the back of the kitchen and take a little look-see around and maybe put pies in her pockets or whatever.
I'll just start
Get
grabbing
a couple
paper.
pies because they're
I don't know.
really,
And paper,
really
yeah,
good.
all the
I'm gonna
papers
grab
and
while you're
pies.
distracting the chef. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go in and
humans
grab
really
paper.
like writing on paper. So just grab everything.
Yeah, anything that they've
Right.
done the little human
Just
scratches
not
on.
the paper in their privy
Just 6
because that
hands
usually
poking
they
out.
I
don't
have
write on that.
pockets. I have a trench coat.
Big pockets.
Okay, so
What I love about
Penelope?
this plan is Squish and I are free now to do whatever we would like.
Pies.
Well, Squish is gonna come in through the chimney, obviously. It's the elephant.
as they're baking pies, you're like, fuck, this is hot.
They just tie a little harness and lower him down, lubed up, covered in olive oil, into directly into the oven to grab a baking
Immediate-
pie.
Immediately immolate this fucking kobold covered in olive oil as he just
Wow, this smells really good. It smells like chicken.
Oh fuck, I love it. Okay, so what's the plan, folks? The plan is
Mary,
bring the caravan.
We're
In the
splitting
town.
the party.
Okay,
that's
what is the
all
party being split
intelligent
into?
parties
give me
do.
The, give me the folks.
We dump Ooze near the nearest manhole to the tavern to try to find his way in through the plumbing in the basement or whatever that's always fucking in taverns.
Okay.
Rippa and Mary Queen of Trash are gonna go into the tavern, masqueraded as peoples. Rippa's gonna order a pie. Maybe Mary gets some pie too, maybe not, but Mary is just supposed to be the back one where Rippa draws attention. and
While
then
someone
sneak
else is
into the
distracting.
kitchen while
Yeah.
they're distracted. And she's
Will
gonna
be
grab
as
all
a
the
distraction.
papers with the human writings on them and maybe some pies.
And then I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
bring it back
park-
to Ooze and be like, which one of these looks like a recipe?
Okay.
Caravan is gonna be parked in the back near like the back servants entrance or kitchen entrance. So like that, if like another cart pulls up or something making deliveries, we can just like jump out and grab the delivery guy.
Oh wait,
And
yeah.
who
And then
will be
kick
in
his
the
ass.
car?
More efficient.
We should
Ooze,
have-
meet
we
me
should have
in
the carriage parked
kitchen.
nearby. So even if we get a chance to grab the chef, we can yeet him in there and just like get away.
Yes.
That's our
Yeah,
getaway
we'll park
car.
the carriage in the back.
Yeah.
So like if you gotta
Yeah.
eat him through the back
Yeah.
through the kitchen or something, I'll be in
Yeah.
there.
Ooze, meet me in the kitchen, whatever kitchen grate for drainage there is, so that you can point out to me which one looks like a recipe, because I don't know. I'm not gonna know.
The garbage disposal is backing up again. It's just like blur, 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 blur. He's left all of his bones behind. He's like just pulled up a finger bone. He's just fucking one finger bone and pointing it around like a dial.
You just see no.
No,
No,
it needs to be a hand,
Okay.
just so that when I pick up the right one, it's a
So I want to make sure I have this correct. So Rippa, Mary Queen of Trash, you are heading to the tavern, actually into the tavern.
That's
You're going
right.
to order a pie. Rippa, you will try to provide some semblance of a distraction while Mary Queen of Trash makes her way to the kitchen. Ooze, you are planning on meeting her in the kitchen through the sewer systems somewhere in the city into the presumable basement sewer system, and then from the basement of the tavern into the kitchen.
We
Just
all
have
know
to be
there's
careful.
a secret thieves entrance
Yeah.
into the sewers in the
There'll,
basement of this tavern.
there'll be rats in the basement though, so you just have to absorb all of them also. Who's because there's
Then you'll
always
have a
rats in the
greater
basement.
understanding of the sewers and
Yeah.
the basement.
Perfect. And then Squish, Kalkara, and Penelope, what are the three of you doing?
We
I'm thinking
are.
of going through the chimney.
you guys gotta find the
Oh,
ingredients.
I am gonna help tie Squish off and lower him into the chimney. Yes.
I'm
Okay.
gonna let Kobold A lower Kobold B into the fireplace to roast, and I'm gonna hang out in the back of the wagon.
Don't worry, Squish. Olive oil has a very high smoke point. You'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang out in
Ooze?
the wagon, just peeking through like the windows, seeing if like any other deliveries come up, or if my colleagues burst out of the back door with like a screaming chef to like grab him in and punch him until he stops screaming and shuts up, and then drive away.
Perfect. This is a wonderful plan. As the caravan approaches, Mary Queen of Trash, you are driving, you're at the helm, And the gates are open. It's daytime and travelers come and go. A couple of guards kind of offer you like a kind of sideways glance, but they don't really say anything
They
as
think
you
you're pretty.
as your caravan makes its way through the gates. They see that beautiful pendant around your neck.
This is a lady of fine quality. This is a high class lady.
I'm eclectic. I like my trench coat and jewels.
And you can be the noble lady's bodyguard, Ripa. This is great. We've got a story now.
Perfect.
Mhm.
You're the
Perfect.
princess of
Trash. Trash
Lanny.
Landia.
Radio.
It's easier to
that's
not
less
lie.
than a
You don't have
queen.
to remember a lie.
the princess of Landphilia.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god.
Garbage hipe, perhaps.
Garbage Hibe. Yes. The princess
I like
of
the land
Garbage
the princess of
Landophilia.
Landphilia. Yeah,
Yeah.
that flows
love it.
better.
The princess of Landphilia.
You guys are able to get the carriage into the town. I'll say you find an area where sewage goes, I guess. I don't
We just
This
drive
town
over
has
the
plumbing
sewer
now.
grate.
The idea was too dastardly and devious to not work. So this town has plumbing now.
Hmm.
And you guys find a spot where that stuff goes and you dump ooze into it.
We just dump him into an open runnel on the side of the road, and then he's just like going down.
It's like, what the fuck?
Someone's
You're
like walking
fine,
along
right?
and steps in it, and their ankle and foot just dissolves as he goes by. Like,
Ooze, I'm going to have you make a check for me.
All
Your
right.
check is going to be,
Not me.
fuck, dude, let me see what makes the most sense. I'm going to say,
Do you fit?
look around. Look
Yeah.
around.
Just explore navigating.
I will give you.
We're all gonna get killed, but their town is gonna keep Ooze hired on as the new sanitation system and just let him just run.
You are looking for food, Ooze. So I will give you an extra point for that. So you
All
will
right.
have 2 points.
Okay. I got 2 4s.
Okay. So on a look around, you want to know kind of more about what's around you. I guess the 4 that they offer are what is dangerous, what is valuable, what has recently happened, and what is hidden. We're looking for a hidden entrance from the sewers into this tavern, correct?
Yep.
I will go ahead and give you the answer to that because I am a kind and benevolent DM. There is, in fact, an entrance from the sewers to the basement of this tavern.
Yay.
No.
That is what I will give you. We'll get back to any sort of maybe hang-ups in
And
just
the
a minute.
entrance to the sewers in the bottom of the tavern is right next to where they keep the lettuce, obviously.
Yes.
Come on.
Squish and Penelope.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way to this tavern, and first of all of you that are near this tavern, the smells are just out of this world. I mean, even if you don't like pecan pies,
Like,
your
ooh,
mouth-
pecan pies, and I'm like, the chef smells fat.
your mouth is just watering. You are
Nice.
salivating uncontrollably at the smell of these pecan pies.
Oh boy.
They
This
smell
is gonna be rough.
so good. And it actually takes some will and determination to hold yourself together and focus at the task at hand. I am going to make both of you roll a avoid danger check because you're trying to lower each other into chimneys.
Yep.
So both of
Yep,
you
yep,
go ahead
yep.
and roll. Squish, I will let you use slippery.
I'm covered in oil.
And the oil to ease his way down.
Fuck it, I'll let you use your oil.
Olive oil.
Um,
yes.
Olive oil actually has a low smoking point. You would have been better off with
Oh.
avocado oil.
Avocado oil has a high smoke point.
Expensive though.
The best laid plans of kobolds and kobolds, right? Okay, so I will give you 3 dice. You get one
They were the
because
diversity
you're
hires.
slippery, and then 1 for the olive oil. Oh well, and you're trying to please your master. You get 4 dice. Squish.
Nice.
Yeah.
Four
Penelope?
dice to be lowered
I
into
don't
an
know
oven.
if I
and
get
what you were born
chaos.
for.
And
I got
So
4, 5,
Penelope,
and I got
This is sorry, 1 sec, Squish. This is a chaotic thing that you're doing.
okay, nice.
You are lowering a kobold covered in oil into an active fire, so that counts as blowing shit up. So that's another
Ooh,
dice.
Yay.
This doesn't bode well for you.
I'm going to give you 3 dice, Penelope.
Yay. Yay.
Squish, what did you get, bud?
I got 4, 5, 5, and 6.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
I
Somehow,
also gotta say.
dun, 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 dun.
I know, it's just like
Yes.
both of you
Kobolds get it
somehow
done.
pull this off. Somehow you guys pull this off. Squish, you come out of the bottom of this chimney, which has flaming logs underneath it. And there is just the smell of burning oil and just smoke just spewing from about you.
Yes.
You can tell Penelope that based on the lack of screaming and self-immolation sound,
Aw. Well, that's
that
sad.
he was
You
successful.
failed in lighting
Yeah.
your house on fire.
Aw.
Ripa
But
and
it's a good
Mary Queen of
distraction.
Trash. Actually, and Kelkara, I'm gonna have you make a roll as well, and your roll is
Hell
going
yeah.
to be. Don't get caught. Go ahead and make me a don't get caught roll.
All right.
How many
I
dice?
would like to say that maybe my hunter talent counts here because I am lying in wait.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
And then just a bonus die for because
Standard.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I get an extra die because I am inside of the wagon? Like I have full cover.
Hmm.
Oh, environment.
I'm actually gonna say. I'm gonna say it's a wash because there's people that are lowering themselves into the tavern in close proximity to you. So it's a wash. So you get 2 dice.
4.
4. Okay. You choose one. Either you are exposed to danger somehow, or the deception will not last long.
Danger. Danger.
You also have what is it, Zeal?
Danger.
Yep. You could use the zeal to automatically succeed.
Danger.
Yes.
Okay.
Somehow.
You are exposed to danger somehow. Perfect. Okay.
Give me danger.
Ripa and Mary, Queen of Trash. You two are inside of the tavern. Ripa, you are a very large orc. You perhaps could pass as a half orc, which would make people not actively try to kill you right away. As long as you're not brandishing your large axe threateningly, I'll say you're able to kind of get in, and you get some glances for sure.
You
People
walk
give
like you belong here. You're just with a purpose.
It's
Like,
like-
this is normal.
Good day. Hello.
Good day.
How are
Hello,
you?
governor.
Hello, governor. Yeah, that's exactly how I'm doing.
Oh, you're doing great.
So you.
Mary, Queen of Trash, you also walk in and catch less glances actually than Ripa does.
Ripa's
But
like, avert ye eyes from me lady. You're beneath her.
Yes.
you two
Aw.
find a
She's
table.
a princess here, she is.
You two find a table, and it is not long at all before you are greeted by none other than the very proprietor of this inn, Brimblebore Firebrand.
Oh, crap.
What
As
do you
he
mean
comes
crap?
up to
You
you,
can
you
grab
feel
him.
the
No,
skin
we're trying.
on your
We don't
body.
want him. We want the
Right.
chef.
You feel the skin on your body pulse with heat just from his mere presence. And he approaches you, and with a loud and booming voice, he welcomes you to the Brass Tacks and Hard Facts Tavern. He asks, what brings you two fine folk into the inn?
Right. Well, this is here as a princess. She's a princess of Trashlandia. And I'm a bodyguard, see, and we heard your pies, Mr. Burning Beard Buttface. We heard your pies are like the best pies in the land, so we come here to get the pecan pie, right?
What?
Very well. Hey, may I ask how you heard
Mr.
about it?
Burns,
I'm always
sorry.
surprised that people coming from all over for these pies. Obviously, very happy about it.
So, like, she's a princess, so she's a lady of wealth and taste and all that, and like word is spreading in the highest circles of the land, Mr. Burning Butthole, sir.
Fine establishment you have here.
You notice as he's talking to you, obviously, your antics maybe are perhaps a little. He considers you guys maybe outsiders.
makes
You're
sense.
foreign, of
They're
different cultures.
foreign mannerisms.
Yes,
They're unknown
yes.
to this land.
He's never heard of Trashlandia,
continental
but as any
mannerism.
good proprietor, he won't be judgmental, right? He does, however, as he's listening to you and talking with you and everything is going just well, he kind of like smells and he says, "Oh man, it smells like there's an oil fire somewhere. I'll be right back with some pies. I just got to check on something."
Oh no.
We're fine. Ba-da-dum, da-da-dum. Stealthy.
At this point in time, Ooze, you have somehow cunningly and hastily navigated the entire complex sewer system of this village and ended up exactly where you needed to be, at the entrance to the basement of the Brass Tacks and Hard Facts Tavern.
Just coming up a fucking pipe in the bottom of the in the floor that's just there.
Yeah, we'll say it leads to like a sump pump in the event that this tavern were to flood because it has piping and such now. Obviously the water would drain through the sump pump. You, however, are draining up from the
Bro,
sump pump.
It's like those holes in the murder house that were in the basement.
You use
Yeah.
the eyeballs of 2 rats you picked up on their way, and you look around.
Yes, I will allow you to keep your finger bones and perhaps a few teeth, but other than that, all of the other bones are too large to fit through this opening.
That is fine.
You make your way into the basement, and in the basement, you find surprisingly very little supplies. You see a couple of sacks of what look like maybe flour, just kind of basic baking flour. You see a few, actually, you see quite a few kegs that are lined against the wall. You're assuming they hold mead or
Like a
wine or
Pac-Man.
ale or something to that effect. You, however,
Each
see...
time Troy describes an item, you should just and you see it.
Not anymore.
Is
Yes.
Ooze getting wasted right now? Is Ooze taking a keg and getting wasted?
No, Ooze, resist. We have a mission.
No,
has
take it
evolved
all.
from
Take it
ooze
all.
He's evolved from ooze
To booze.
You are what you eat. So yes, you, like I said, you see some flour sacks, you see some basic maybe some root vegetables, stuff to that effect, and then like I said, lots of kegs, but you find no pecans. You also don't find what looks like any sugar or salt, which presumably are things that are used to make food.
Maybe they separate, they keep their ingredients separate so that it's a secret.
What do you do, Ooze?
Well, besides eat everything in the basement,
Just swallows an entire sack
Yes.
of flour. The kegs of alcohol.
Yes.
I feel like Ooze just like envelops a barrel of alcohol and he like spreads out a little bit because of the alcohol, and then eats
It's
flour and
it's spinning
coalesces
his
again.
viscosity.
You just see Ooze. It just subtitles underneath. Ooze visibly relaxes. I
He's
love it.
getting sloppy drunk.
Sloshed, if you will.
Yes, I'm getting
Sloshed.
sloshed.
I love it. So
Okay.
Ooze, you get sloshed in the basement. I am going to give you a scene trait, which is now that you are drunk. That is going to be a trait that you have for the remainder of this encounter that, if it makes sense, gets you an extra dice.
His ooze alcohol content is very high.
After
Point 2.
After a quick cursory glance, like I said, you just see the things that I've described. You also see steps that lead up to presumably either the kitchen or wherever this empties out into the tavern.
Man, you gotta climb stairs now.
Just dissolves them
I
on the way up.
mean, if maybe there are pipes here, he could just,
He always gets halfway up the stairs and then just slinkies back
Oh,
down it 'cause
no.
he's so drunk.
Yeah. Poor Ooze, stuck in the
Just
basement
stops
this whole
halfway up
time.
the stairs, and then it just says leans heavily in subtitles. Perfect. Okay. Penelope and Squish, you guys, well, Penelope, you're still on the roof.
Mhm.
You notice that there are some folks, some potentially unsavory folks that look like they are headed towards the caravan, which appears to be unguarded. Squish, from
Mm.
inside, you crawl out of the fireplace. And you look around, and sure enough, you are in the kitchen. There is the sound of just feverish, just chopping, just super fast, right? And then obviously it's hot in the oven that you just crawled out of, so you get out of there pretty quickly. And you look all around you, and there are what looks like just these various jars of herbs and spices, and maybe what looks like honey, and all of these other things. It looks like there's a whole bunch of stuff. You also see what looks like some pecans that are sitting beside the counter. The thing that throws you for a loop, though, is from this point on the floor near the oven where you are, you don't see anybody in the kitchen, but you hear somebody chopping something very aggressively. What do you do?
Huh.
Interesting.
Defo was
Well,
it.
I'm gonna still be like sneak around.
Okay.
I'm gonna see whether or not. So there are pecans on the.
You guys are stealing the ingredients, or what's happening?
I'm just looking right now, looking to see whether I can find maybe the recipe in the kitchen, or
Okay.
even like a box that may show where it came from, or like a
Eddie Crocker.
manifest.
Oh yeah, packing,
Hmm.
packing
Hmm.
slip, a sigil on a box, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, from blank
So-
farm. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to have you make a cunning ploy check.
Okay.
I know you're looking around, but we've rolled that quite a few times already, and I feel like this is the plan coming to an apex here.
Ooze, hurry up.
I mean, definitely take some pecans too.
Yes. I'd probably take a couple of pecans and put them in my pocket.
Or, you know.
Okay.
In my mouth.
Sure.
Like a spit. Like a
Yeah. I was gonna say, or
Yeah.
share them to eat, with a fellow kobold.
No. Just stick them in my mouth like a chipmunk.
Hey.
Ripa and Mary Queen of Trash. As Squish is rolling for this, the proprietor comes back just a couple of minutes later, and he says, well, everything is in order, I suppose. Here, I have 2 of the finest pecan pies, worthy of nobility and company. And he places the
And
pies down.
Thank you.
He places the pies down in front of you, and again, you guys cannot help but you are salivating at the
All
smell.
3 of my
pies.
noses are twitching uncontrollably.
All 3 of your noses are twitching right now.
I'm
trying to keep it
Ripa,
together,
you already
man.
know what to expect.
It's hard.
You already know what to expect, Ripa. The proprietor says, right then, if you don't need anything else right now, I have other guests to attend to, and
The accent is spreading.
we're busy in the kitchen, so I'm going to have to head back there and help out.
Thanks.
Thank you, Governor.
He kind of does whatever you do and makes his way back towards
Start
the
eating
kitchen.
the pie, but I'm just like,
Yes. Mary
All
Queen of
6
Trash,
of
do you
my
also
hands.
take
Yeah.
the pie?
Oh, yes.
You're like eating the pie with like your hands, but there's other
All
hands
6
coming
of
out
my
the center of
hands
your
are
chest, grabbing
vying
more
for
pie and
pieces.
pulling it into the coat.
I love the image of maybe seeing the pie going up and then down and then up and then down.
It's just being like molested by like this trench coat and it's shifting layers.
Exactly.
I love it. Ripa, when you first tried this pie before you experienced either an episode of weeping or some similar euphoria, Mary, Queen of Trash, you too now experience the same thing. You can choose whatever happens to you, but there is an overwhelming cathartic emotion that is released from you, whether it's
Ripper cries again. He does.
No.
yeah,
He has another-
Ripa
he's just-
starts
he
weeping as he
weeps.
is eating this
Yeah.
pie.
His toxic hez flows out of him, and he's just
This
like,
is
he
what it
reminds
must
me
feel
of my
like to have a
own
mom who
pie.
loves you.
Exactly. Yes. He's just like, this must be what it's like to be loved by a just like a bite at a time. So he's like crying and like soaking the pecans, but it's
Oh, I
just
love it.
like still eating them.
Oh, it's salty and sweet. It's so good.
Mary, Queen of Trash, how do you respond?
I get introspective. Maybe we only steal because we've just never had good food in our life before.
Maybe you're like maybe a life of desperation and scavenging.
Maybe
is
I
just
need to become a
made
chef
us never feel
instead.
secure, and that's why we steal.
Perfect. Mary, you are introspectively just debating the moral quandaries of your decisions.
There's more to the world than just trash.
Am I really a kleptomaniac, or was I just conditioned to be this way? Maybe I'm something more.
Was I
Penelope?
born bad, or did society make me this way?
Penelope, you are on the roof and you notice, like I said, a group of individuals that start heading towards the caravan with what looks like devious and malicious intent.
You know what? I'm just gonna watch.
Perfect, Kelkara. As you're hanging out in the caravan, your spidey senses start tingling.
My
and
ears
you
just
smell, You smell no good. You have just a quick kind of heads up. You can react or do something that you'd like, but you hear people approaching the caravan, and kind of your supernatural kind of danger senses start going off. The hair on the back of your scruff stands up.
Mhm.
Is there like a blanket or anything in this caravan, or like a dressing gown or anything?
There is nothing that you could hide yourself under, save you could rip the
Nah, the caravan top.
thing off and try to hide under that, but you're also a pretty large knoll, so
Fuck, I so badly want to like the wolf in grandma's clothes at grandma's house this, but
Yeah, oh,
there's
yeah.
nothing. There's no grandma's clothes.
just the curtain over your head. Yes, babushka.
Please don't hurt me. I'm but a merchant's wife. Okay,
You can
I
try
am just gonna.
If you spend a zeal, it works. So you got 5.
Oh,
That's true.
ooh.
I say go for it.
Maximum
It's too
chaos.
funny. Yeah, I will take one of the fancy curtains, and I'm just gonna. I've been hanging out with Mary Queen of Trash for so long, you know. I will rub
You're
myself in
welcome.
this fine curtain and lounge on the little bench with my little paw foot just like bouncing like I'm reading or something.
As you
Push up
are
imaginary glasses.
as you are assuming the grandmother position, you notice that one of these people that is walking around the cart, he walks by and kind of like glances in to see what he can see, and you meet his
Who
gaze.
is it?
He quickly shifts his gaze away and continues walking.
I do a little.
Ooh, grandma's spicy.
Grandma's still got it, young man.
Yeah.
From the other side of the cart, the window is drawn, or the curtain is. Someone reaches and pulls the curtain open, and a knife is brandished at you through the window.
Oh,
And
no.
the person on the other side of it says, "All right then, lady, go ahead and hand over your goods, or else I'll cut you."
Well, caught ya.
What
I
are you
want
gonna
to
do,
eat 'em.
Grandma?
What
Pull 'em in
goods
through the
do I-
window.
Are there any?
Pull
there
'em
are
in
no
through the
goods
window.
here. There's like a cushion.
There's just you, Kelkar.
There's a chest. There's a chest.
Oh,
that
there's
is
There's a
not
lot
open.
chest. You can just.
There's a
You
lot.
have
Here,
Bear
take
trap.
this. Wham! Wham!
Yeah, I was like, I take the chest and break his arm off with it. over the
No,
ledge.
pull him in and
Oh
then.
no, you should just bite his arm off.
Yeah, that is the other thing. Just.
Is that what you're doing? Okay,
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm just gonna grab his
Yeah.
wrist and then.
We need fresh blood.
This is perfect. Go ahead and make me a get violent
Violence?
roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I'm
I
gonna
am a
give you
hunter
I'm,
playing an ambush.
I'm gonna give you the ambush thing. I'm gonna give you the
Eating people.
vengeance and
Yeah, yeah,
eating
yeah.
people. And what is your tool?
It's a bear trap.
You don't get that. So you got 3 dice.
I'll use it later. 5.
You should just present the bear trap to him. I do have this.
The other thought was to like wait by the back door
Okay.
when they open the door, just push the bear trap into the person's face.
Oh,
Wow.
Ouch, that is violent.
Okay, you got a 5, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so on a roll of a 4 or a 5, choose one. You don't take harm, you deal harm, you get them out of the way, or you take something from them. And if you take their arm, that counts as dealing harm.
Do it. Do it.
Take
do
the
it,
arm.
I know it's
do
gonna
it.
cost me 1 harm because I'm gonna get a little bit knifed here, but I am gonna take the entire arm.
Yeah.
Okay. We will call that both taking something from them in the literal sense and also dealing harm to them. So you just start just gnawing at this person's arm with your hyena jaws. And, you do get stabbed in the face as this is
Oh.
happening. But the man starts screaming out in pain, bloody murder. And the other people the other 2 people, you can see Penelope, they just fuck off and start running. But you do realize that with the commotion and everything like that, the guards are probably going to be coming here
Yeah.
shortly.
Poop.
Oh fuck! I bite his face.
Shut up.
Shut up! Oh.
Ah.
Kelkara, like a squirrely lizard, the man leaves his arm behind his distraction and runs away. You do take 1 point of harm, so go ahead and roll me a d6.
Ooh, 5.
Okay, you are good. Ooze, you are making your way up from the basement. You make your way up the stairs.
How you doing, Ooze?
Traversing the steps has taken you just as long as traversing the entirety of the city's sewers up to this point. But you-
Every one step forward is one step dissolved.
That's right.
That's right. You're just running out of staircase.
We'll say the steps are cement. It's a basement.
Aw.
Inadvertently
In an establishment
covering your
that
own
has
tracks.
running water and pipes.
Yeah. Right.
You make your way up to the top though, and you are able to, if you want to squeeze through the door frame, you can do that.
Tube.
Okay.
Yep.
You squeeze through the door frame, and you find yourself in a small back storage room that you believe is probably close to the kitchen. Above you, you see some of the other ingredients that you didn't see downstairs. You see some sugar in some jars. You see butter and salt and that kind of stuff. You also hear the same sound that I described to Squish, which was the rapid chopping of food. Squish, you find yourself greeted by Ooze as you are hiding in this storage room as you're trying to snoop around and find stuff.
Hey, buddy.
What did you get for your roll?
Which roll?
The roll that I
Uh,
had you make before I
planning.
bounced to Penelope.
I don't
Remember
think
the
you gave.
cunning
I
toy?
don't.
No, you didn't tell
yeah.
me how many.
I don't think you gave him the number of dice.
No, you didn't
Oh,
tell me how
I'm
many
sorry.
dice.
So you get one because you get one for being slimy or squiggly or whatever
Slippery.
the fuck. Slippery.
Slippery.
Thank you. And then I'll give
And
you
I'm
another one for
literally-
trying to please your master. So you
And
get
I'm
three.
literally slippery because of the oil.
Being covered in olive
yeah.
oil
But
does
you're
not
you're
help you.
You
here.
burned
looking.
it
Yeah,
off.
you're looking
Yes.
for stuff.
But it helps my hands going into the crevices.
You get 3
Which
dice.
makes
A for effort, but 3 dice.
5, 3, and 4.
So
Okay.
5.
So, cunning ploy, you will get a trait that you can use, but it has to be used immediately. So, in this particular instance, I'm going to say this is a collaborative effort. Since you are now met with Ooze, I will say that you have found an area that you believe holds papers that could be documents or recipes or something to that effect. The downside is it's in the kitchen near the loud chopping noise of the chef that you have not seen.
Okay. I'm going to then make my way
So I'll
towards.
say
Servant.
teamwork. Teamwork is the trait that you have to use immediately.
Unseen servant.
Ooze. We gotta go
Really?
in.
It's unseen servant.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't.
The
Is the proprietor a
how would
wizard?
we do this?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
The pies are
Gonna
magic.
work with teamwork.
What's the secret ingredient then?
Love.
What did we just eat?
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Introspection.
Made me question my existence, my
Shrooms.
purpose.
Shrooms will do that. That's what it is.
Oh
Aw.
no. How long do the effects
It's
last?
drugs.
Let's see.
Simultaneously, as this is happening, Penelope, you start to notice that some guards kind of meet up with the man that is now running around the streets without an arm. And with his good arm, he points them in the direction of the caravan.
I'll shoot a warning shot over to Kalkara and
Kalkara, your cart gets blasted with a bazooka.
I warning shot
And,
nearby.
An acorn bazooka.
I'm gonna make you roll for this. And I'm gonna make you roll
Destruction, chaos.
Avoid danger.
Aim.
avoid danger, yes. It's trying to do something risky. I'm gonna say firing a warning shot at an occupied caravan counts as something risky. So go ahead and roll dice. You can add one for your bazooka. You've got one for the chaos. You're not actively trying to kill Kalkara. So you get 3 dice.
Okay. Okay. So I got 2 5s and a 1.
Okay.
5.
So you pull it off, but I tell
Okay.
you what it costs to succeed.
Okay.
So, doo-doo. What does it cost to succeed?
Mm,
You
my
shoot the
bag
arm out
of
his-
nuts could like break and just roll down the chimney in front of the guards.
And they're cops, and they panic at acorns and kill each other.
No, this
Let
is
me
a
ask you this.
consequence.
Let me ask you
They
this.
panic at acorns and they just open
consequence.
fire into
No,
unarmed
we're not
civilians.
doing
Okay,
this.
but then we wouldn't survive. Hold
Doing
on.
this.
We're
no,
armed
no.
civilians. We're good.
We're not.
I'm
doing
not
this.
armed.
You
I'm
are
also in a
minorities,
very
though, so
compromised
that
social
kind of
state.
watches
Yeah.
it. Okay, so
Armed. I forgot armed.
Penelope, I am going to go ahead and canon in that your nutsack has some sort of something that makes it uniquely yours. It has some sort of identifying characteristic, perhaps a mole or something to that effect.
A wrinkle or two.
Your
What?
nutsack,
That's
your
a
nutsack
hair.
holding your
Just a
some of
little
your
hairy nuts.
acorns, it falls off and rolls down the side of the house away from the caravan.
Oh no.
So you lose your nutsack.
trinkets.
Okay.
Your nuts dropped, if you will.
Hmm.
But you do fire a warning shot at Kelkara. Kelkara, you intuitively know what this means. It means danger is coming. And
I put the arm in my mouth and I'm gonna grab the treasure chest and like pinch my grandma curtain around my head, my babushka style. I'm gonna like pop out of the wagon and just look around for somewhere outside.
okay, perfect. Go ahead
Could
and make
have
me
played the grandma role.
make me a get away with it roll.
Get away with
Ooh.
it. What?
Or
can
don't
I
get caught.
add?
Don't get caught. Yeah.
Don't get caught.
I was gonna suggest that you remain in the caravan and be like, oh, thank heavens you're here, guards.
Don't get much for that. I think
Bits
I'm
arm
rolling
out of
one
mouth.
dice.
Thank goodness you're here.
Yee.
Insulted me.
Somehow nobody notices you. You find
No
a
one
nearby
notices
park
the
bench.
grandma.
You find a
Nice.
nearby park bench and resume your grandma roll. Well done. Your caravan is, however, now
Go
left
find some
unattended, and there
pigeons to
are guards
feed.
that are heading that way to investigate.
It's okay. There's nothing in it.
Ripa, and Mary, Queen of Trash. You have
It's blood.
sampled the pie. The proprietor has headed back to the kitchen. You haven't really had much contact with anybody, but you did hear the sound of acorn fire.
It's time for us to grab what we need and go.
Boy,
Can I say that I leave a little bit of the pie in my pocket?
Make a willpower.
You can for now. We'll see if it makes it back to the dungeon.
Okay.
Long 2 days.
All right, I get up. This is the distraction that we need. Let's assume that people are flocking to the window to see what's happening.
Yeah, loud bang happened outside. People are kind of wondering what is going on.
All right, we gotta
Um,
slip into the kitchen.
Ripa, Mary, Queen of Trash, you now find yourself heading towards the kitchen. Just as you're heading that way, the Azer kind of notices the commotion going on. He grabs this very large, kind of like dull green looking warhammer from behind the bar, and he starts making his way out towards the entrance of the tavern to kind of investigate what's going on. Mary, Queen of Trash, Ripa, Ooze, and Squish, you now all find yourselves huddled in this kitchen. You all hear the sound that I described before, the rapid chopping of something or other. However, upon entering the kitchen, Ripa and Mary, Queen of Trash, very shortly thereafter, the sound stops.
Oh shit,
do
he
you
stopped
guys do?
concentrating on his fucking unseen servant.
Oh.
This is a
Or we
perfect time to
cross-
grab them.
Cross the threshold. Grab who, though? No one's here.
Yeah, there's no one here. If there's no one here, right?
Hold on.
Smell
Explain
for
to
them. Smell for
me,
them, Mary.
There's papers.
I'm ignorant. Explain to me the concept of an unseen servant. Is
It's
it
a
like
spell. Yeah, it's a.
Oh,
It's
it's a
not
spell.
real. It's a
Like
spell.
magic.
Yeah, it's a
invisible
D&D.
force
It's a
that does
D&D
tasks
spell.
for you,
Oh.
like cleaning,
Yeah.
cooking. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a
Not like a
zombie
real.
that's been
No,
taken
it's not
over
like a
by
real. It's not like a
spell.
real entity.
Okay.
No,
No,
it's
it's
like a
just like a.
conjured just force
right.
that like cleans
Yeah.
and cooks and does
Yeah, it's like
chores.
it's like a magical Roomba.
Wait, so then
Basically.
we need the conjurer. We need the proprietor.
Yeah, probably need the proprietor.
Ah, shit. Everyone
Told
out of the
ya.
kitchen. Wait, but we need to know what the ingredients are.
Or
Yeah,
the ingredients.
Wait,
We don't necessarily need to.
who is in charge of gathering the papers?
You.
What have you got?
They're over there.
Or is this over here like one piece of paper?
Ooze,
Two piece of paper.
point. Give a thumbs up to the one that looks like a recipe.
Okay, so you guys do find some books that are on the wall. Looks like various cookbooks
Oh,
and
so
stuff
what
like
did
that.
I say? Quickly.
Who is the first to grab a book?
Me.
Not Ripper. You don't touch those
I'm
things.
gonna go towards the papers that I saw.
Okay, which are near the books.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say all of the books, papers, etc. are all in one area.
Does this say recipes?
Mary Queen of Trash, are you the first to grab a piece of paper or a book?
I'm first to grab a book.
Okay.
I waddle over.
I am going to go ahead and have you make a roll for me.
Oh God.
And the roll is
The entire kitchen is an illusion.
Oh God.
I'm gonna have you make an avoid danger roll.
Oh God.
You can use your kleptomania because you're trying to steal something. You can use your what was your tool again? Your slingshot? No,
My
that doesn't come in
slingshot.
handy here.
Yeah.
And then your goal is to just steal everything. I'm gonna say this is not for you though, per se, it's for your master, so I'll give you 2 dice.
Okay.
Mm.
I rolled a 4 and a 3.
Okay. So you succeed on grabbing a book from the shelf. You hold it up to Ooze and ask him, what does it say? And as you do this,
Sigil of blasting.
what appeared to be a pair of gloves on the counter suddenly springs to life with a cleaver in its hand
Ah!
and chops at your arm.
Oh my
point-
God, Christian,
take
it is
a
your
point
character
of
from
arm. You take a point
Great
of
Lich
harm
Baking Show.
as a
That's
disembodied
what I
pair of
thought.
hands
I was
attacks
like,
you with a
this is
cleaver.
definitely one of our chefs. I was like, I don't know which one it is, but it's one of our bakers.
Mary Queen of Trash, you take a harm. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
Oh
and
my
if you
God.
roll,
God, what was his name?
He was just Luigi's disembodied hand from the Mario.
Yes, that's what
he
it
was like
Yeah.
Luigi's hand.
You are
That
good.
was
He
it.
was
Is
Luigi,
this
actually.
the second point of harm
This
that
is
you've
my
taken?
second point
Oh
of
no,
harm.
Mary, no.
Okay.
I'm
So you
trying
lost-
to get things done.
You have a zeal. You have zeal,
straight
though.
up
You
take
can
a
cancel.
cleaver to the arm, and as that happens, one of the other raccoon hands grabs the book as it falls to the ground. So you still have the book in your hand.
I
You
lost
now,
it.
however,
The
you
other
now,
one's like,
however, are
"Ah."
all confronted with a pair of disembodied gloves that now is dual wielding cleavers and
That's the
looking
chef.
very threateningly at you.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
The
You
gloves.
must defeat him by doing the most painful. Put ketchup on ravioli. That'll destroy him. Just find ketchup around on ravioli.
Or that's exactly the kind of thing he loves.
No. Luigi
Wait,
was an
does that
Italian.
mean I
He
grabbed
would
the right
die.
book?
Was
Yeah.
he a true one? I say.
He was a true Italian. Yeah.
No, you
I
have
couldn't
a
remember.
book in your hand. You,
You
have
got
no
you
idea
got
if
a
it's the
Sarah
recipe.
DeAngelis. This put ketchup on a ravioli right
But
now.
if it attacked me, it means I grabbed something.
You grabbed
important.
something in its kitchen, and it is defending its kitchen.
Wait, can we capture the gloves? Is there a jar? Is there an empty
Yeah.
jar
Yep.
somewhere?
Bag.
Bag.
Best way to capture
Ooze,
gloves.
did
holding
you
a
eat
cleaver.
anything useful at this moment?
I
Alright,
do
so,
have I do have an empty jar of sugar.
Rippa is going to
Ooh.
Rip
Give
is
us the bag from the bag of flour.
Rippa.
Rip is going to like flat with the flat on the axe. Just going to crack the knuckles to try to get him to drop his weapons.
Go ahead.
Just
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
And make a
And I'm going to
make a cause violence roll.
So I'm going to do
Or get violent.
Cracker at Bastion, 1 die.
cracking
Yep.
up fashion.
Using got a big red axe. He does.
Yep. I feel like Big Balls. I don't know if an orc would boast about fighting a disembodied pair of
I don't
hands.
think he would. I don't think he
Four
would.
on
He'd keep
one
that one to
seems a
himself.
little-
No.
Yeah.
I don't think he would. So
3 dice.
3 dice.
What?
I'm going to be like, pineapple belongs on pizza. I'm going to try and demoralize him. Right?
On pizza.
Nice.
4, 4, and a 5.
Okay, so you choose
5.
one. You don't take harm, you deal harm, or you get them out of the way, or you take something from them.
I'm going to take something from them, being their
Take the cleaver.
weapons. Yeah.
Okay. You
And I'll
go
take a
ahead
harm.
and mash their knuckles into the table, and in doing so, it drops the cleavers.
Nice.
I'm going to be like, grab him. That's the chef. It's the
Grab
chef he
hands.
is. Grab his hands.
He is
Squish
Ooze,
and
give us the
ooze.
jar.
What do you do?
Grab a bag.
Squish, you grab a bag,
Yep.
trying to bag
Ooze
him
has
up.
a perfectly good
Bag 'em
jar.
up.
Yeah, I got a jar. Oh, I gotta spit out the jar first.
He spits it at the hand.
He's
He
just
just tries to
regurgitate-
fucking.
it just- Again, subtitles just retching in the corner.
Wait, no, you need the hand bones to open the jar first, then you spit it out.
Yes.
Go ahead and make me a get violent roll, Squish.
Wait, squish?
Yes.
Squish.
Oh.
Squish is
Got a
trying
bag
to
of
encompass the
shiny
hands in a bag that is getting
Oh.
physical.
All right, so I'm like really slippery, so that means I can slip the bag on him.
You're trying to manipulate a bag covered in olive oil, so that definitely does not help you.
Is it a
Good.
rough weave or polyester?
It's inside, so it slips easier on it.
Daddy would be happy with this, so that's a dice. You
Okay.
get a dice for
Aw.
nothing. And then
I'm a slippery bugger. I'm gonna
Actually-
slip it on him.
Oh,
oh,
God.
Or it
okay,
slips out of
fine.
your
For
hands.
the literal pun of slipping a bag on him, I'll give it
I
to you.
slipped a bag over his head
Relax.
and
So that's 4. 1, 2, 5.
You get a 5?
Yep.
Okay, so 5, you choose one. You don't take harm, you deal harm, you get them out of the way, or you take something from them.
Take something for them.
Okay,
Take the hands.
and I'm assuming the thing is them. You take
Yeah.
them from
Yeah.
them.
I take them.
Okay, so
Their autonomy.
or I get him out of the way into this bag where he won't
this
be
is
in
what
the
happens,
way.
Squish. This is what happens, Squish. You envelop the hands quickly after Ripa smashes them with the flat of his axe. You envelop the hands quickly in this burlap sack, and as you close the sack closed, the hands reach out and start strangling the life out of you as
Through
you're
the
just
bag.
holding them in this closed bag. And you take 1 point of harm. So go ahead and roll a d6.
I rolled one, by the way, because you forgot to ask me. I got a 4.
Should have
So I'm
gone
good.
with the jar.
A 4.
Yeah, because I took a harm
I
from the
like
cleaver.
bags.
Yeah.
4.
Yes, well, now you're being
Quick,
strangled.
ooze, jar it.
4.
4. Okay, you are good. You have 1 point of harm. You don't die.
Hooray.
I like the idea of though, because I said teamwork, right? So you're holding this bag closed as it's choking the life out of you, and you just start like leaning heavily. And as you're
Ugh.
leaning heavily, Ooze just encapsulates the bag
Yeah.
inside of a jar and
Yeah.
just closes it and just sucks all of it into his being.
Oh,
And there's
technically.
just a glass. Yeah, because the glass.
Yeah,
glass
if it's
is
really closed, yeah.
Oh, good
Closed.
job.
There's
Yeah.
just jar hands
Very
in there
good.
like.
And now Ooze has an open container.
No, I
Shit.
think it's
Good
closed,
job,
right?
Ooze.
I know, it was
Keeping
just an
close.
alcohol joke.
Oh, gotcha.
The
Okay.
hands get drunker and drunker off of fumes.
The madness in the kitchen is full force as all of this is happening. Penelope, what are you doing on the roof? There's guards that are flocking around the caravan. You're
So I
you're-
know that I dropped my nutsack. So do I
Correct.
have any nuts left for my bazooka or no?
I will say you have 2 nut sacks.
I have 2. Oh, I have 2. Okay, so I have another one.
You
And
All
have
right.
2
one
nuts
hangs lower
left.
than the other, actually.
I'm okay.
The doctor
Sometimes
said
that
it was
happens.
Guys,
normal.
I did this as a regular squirrel thing. What is going on here?
You turned it into a monstrosity.
You've only got the
on
nuts that you
here?
store in your cheeks.
I need Team Wholesome to come back. That's
Team
Squish.
Wholesome is dead.
Squish is the one with the walnuts in his cheek.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
Yes.
gonna just start shooting into the crowd. I'm gonna just start.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Just start like an
Hey,
You need
active
to
All
make
right.
a stealthy getaway. How's that?
Yeah.
Viva
gonna help?
Las Vegas.
From
That's
the back.
terrible.
I'm gonna be shooting in the front.
Yeah. About to say this
Perfect.
is this
I'm
is
gonna
getting
dance
dark.
on the roof and like shoot people. Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
It's a bad look,
she's the
but that's
she's
okay.
the newbie. She's the cannon fodder. Let her die. It's part of the
Okay.
plan.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. I am gonna say, as much as this is
that a
getting
cunning ploy?
violent, I actually think I'm going
Getting
to,
away with it?
Action.
Get away with it.
She's attempting to create an advantage, so it's technically a cunning ploy.
Get away.
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
we'll
I'll
say
take
that.
that too.
It's a
We'll
distraction.
say
yeah.
cunning ploy.
Sure.
It is certainly a ploy. Cunning is questionable, but ploy is certain.
Yeah.
It's a
so
ploy.
it could be
It's a
creating a
ploy.
trap, directly trying to help another character, or
Yeah.
adding something beneficial to the scene. Which
So
in your
bazooka.
deluded mind, this is beneficial.
Yep, bazooka, chaos for sure. Are you
Chaos?
actively trying to hurt people?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you 4 dice then.
Yes. Do I get reckless?
Or is she a pro?
Yes. I
Yeah,
will give
she's
you
gone
reckless, 'cause you're
rogue.
kind of
She's just
acting
solo decided
independently at
this,
this
yeah.
point. Yes. She's just freelancing
She's
it,
in it for the chaos. Got it.
which
She's
brass
gone
tacks
rogue.
and hard facts would tell you never freelance. Ken, do you get that
Ah.
reference? Brass tacks and hard facts?
Vaguely.
It's a firefighter thing. It's like a
Okay,
firefighter
yep.
video
Yeah,
series.
Yep.
Oh, I did get a
Brass tacks
6.
and hard facts. You got a
Yep.
6.
I
Perfect.
got a 6.
So you create a new scene trait, and that scene trait is going to be Hellfire.
Yes.
So everybody here will benefit from, for the remainder of the scene, just the absolute mass confusion of you raining down Hellfire from the top of this tavern.
Unbelievable.
Roasted nuts.
I think Squish, Mary Queen, Kelkara, you are still sitting on that bench watching
Yep,
all of
I'm
this
watching
unfold.
all this chaos. I'm keeping my eye open for other escape vehicle opportunities. So if there's like another carriage or a wagon or a wheelbarrow, really, I'm just
Okay.
like, oh, what is there anything I can use to help
Wheels.
haul everybody and a kidnapped chef out of here?
Yep, that's a great thing. So, you notice. Let me see here. You notice
A velocipede. I elbow the nerd off the velocipede.
velocipede. What the fuck?
It's the weird
Um,
bicycles with like the huge top wheel and the little tiny back wheel.
Oh, dude, I totally thought
That's
like
what those are
called.
called. Yeah.
Talons.
That's what
Yeah,
I thought
think-
too. But like,
think
that's what they're
those are
called.
Yes, that is what
Yeah.
they're called.
Oh.
Let's see.
That's what he says, and he falls off.
I say.
I say,
I
what is
say,
this
madam.
world coming to?
Okay, as you are looking around for this, as luck would have it, there is a carriage that kind of rolls up slowly, down a little side alley there, and a person calls from the carriage. Looks like you've got yourself in a little bit of a predicament here.
Oh, it's this
Hey,
guy.
it's our solution.
Yep.
Is he blowing smoke?
Yes.
Ah.
Well, hello, charming stranger. Would you happen to
What
be
a
a
handsome
gentleman
young
looking
man.
to help a lady out?
Hides the gnawed arm under the cloak.
I just may. As luck would have it, I
I'm
Don't
waiting
seem
for
to-
my grandchildren. They're in that tavern. I'm supposed to give them a ride to the library after lunch.
go ahead and make a talk it over roll.
You remind me of my grandson.
Oh shit! I've got
What
one
a
eye on this.
handsome
I'm not
man.
even joking. Who am I kidding? Ah, 2.
Zeal. Do your zeal. You got more zeal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
zeal.
Auto
She
success.
wants to
Zeal?
live. She wants to live.
I want to save Zeal for better.
Oh, you have
things.
like 5 zeals.
You have like 5 of
No,
them.
I have 4 Zeals. I've already used one.
Oh.
Well, this stranger is already our solution.
Did you
so I guess
roll
we don't
any
need to convince
ones?
him.
No, I have 1 die.
Okay, so just the 2. Okay. In that case, here is what happens. So the stranger offers you to use their carriage, but in return, they want something of you.
You have an odd arm.
I have a spare
And?
limb.
How about your lovely babushka shawl?
Are you particularly fond of your bear trap?
The answer is yes.
Because that's what it'll cost you to get this carriage and safe travel out of the city.
Oh, your precious item.
The
I'm
other
gonna
bear
like,
traps?
I'm gonna get like sad puppy eyes and like make a little whimper as I look down at my bear trap. And I'm gonna go to hand it over, and then I'm gonna yank it open and try and put it on his head.
Oh my god. Okay, go ahead and click go ahead and use violence.
Yeah, violence.
There
Get
goes our
wrecked.
safe passage.
And you get all 3 here.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you get all 3 bonuses. 4
Maybe
because
the
Hellfire.
stranger will
Actually,
appreciate that.
Specifically because I said Hellfire, you don't get that bonus.
Because
Oh,
he's a demon
no.
fog.
So roll 4 dice, Amber.
I got a 4,
Okay.
but
So-
I think I am going. So that's a regular success. The complication. I might use my special ability. Hang on. Does it count for partial successes, or is it just for 6s? Where the fuck is it?
What did it say when I texted it to you?
It says 1 time per game when you roll a success, you can describe how I'm better than you could have hoped, and we'll call it a critical success.
Okay, we'll use it, right? Rule of cool, story first, we'll use it. So I will let you use your ability as a veteran. So go
This
ahead
is
and
literally not the first time I've just used it as a melee weapon at all. Just you'd be surprised how many times you just crank that open and put it on someone's head. It's a well-practiced, well-oiled move.
So how
Just-
does this
just
go
a
better than
reflex
you
at
could
this
have
point.
anticipated?
I crank it open, pop it over his head, and his head just pops off, like comically, like the whole head comes off.
Okay. We will say his head pops off comically, the whole head flies off, his body disappears in a plume of smoke, and you are left with an unattended carriage at your disposal. Just as this happens, Rippa, Ooze, Mary Queen of Trash, and Squish, you all make your way out of the tavern.
Do I have an armful of books or no?
You have a single book in your hand,
Just one.
and
Okay.
Ooze has a jar
We lost
containing
Jess. Yeah, we lost
hands
Jess. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We lost
of
Jess.
someone
Jess.
cooking.
Glad she'll be back. She didn't charge. Did we ask her if she plugged in her laptop?
We did
didn't.
not. We didn't.
Wow.
Oh, shit. It got her.
Let's just wait a minute and wait for her to get back.
The demon
Okay.
kidnapped her.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Well, I sit here and I put the bear trap on the seat next to me to the driver's seat, and I pat it and I go, "I will never leave you."
It's freaking awesome. Puppy dog.
I love
Because I
it.
could just see like Noel puppy dog eyes.
Very good. So I will wait till Jess gets back, and we will narrate the hasty escape from
The
town of
stunning
Flintlock.
conclusion.
To be honest, we were probably going to just leave Penelope anyway, right? I mean, she's a perfect. We can just leave her as a new person.
She
if
is
Jess
the
can't better
rookie.
bet. We can just be
Mm.
like,
She is
"Oh."
busy raining hellfire.
Just claim that it's part of the hazing process.
I'm pretty
Find her
sure.
way
I
home.
think Jess's special ability was the best out of everybody's. It was called Beginner's Luck, and I think it was like whenever she like fails or critically fails a roll once per session, she can choose somebody else to get fucked instead of her.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, this really sucks for someone not me.
Or someone else.
Damn it, Jess.
Someone text her. And see
Yeah, I
if she's
texted
okay.
her, but she has not responded to the text. All of her equipment has died.
Oh no.
You know what? She was
Everything
using her
is
phone as a
dead.
hotspot. That's why. That could be
Oh
why.
yeah, that could be why.
Hi, where is
yeah.
she?
She went back to her friend's house to watch the dog there.
Oh, 'cause it kept shitting on
She
her
did
rug.
say that.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, there she is.
So there she is.
Yes.
Jess, did you forget to charge your phone or your laptop?
Oh, so literally that's what I was just gonna say. So my laptop is plugged in, but my cell phone was not, so it died.
hotspot.
God
Well,
dang it, Jess.
See how long this lasts though, because it's at 1%, and I don't know if it will die before.
Do your
That's
friends
okay.
not have Wi-Fi?
They're not here though. You know what I mean? They're not like in the country.
Where is their router?
I don't know.
Yeah, the password's usually on the bottom of the router.
Yeah.
Unless they
Unless
changed
Unless
they
they
it.
changed it.
yeah.
Yeah, they changed it for sure.
Will they
All
not
right.
tell you? What their
That's okay.
password is?
We're coming to a natural conclusion, I think, very
Okay.
soon.
So, Jess,
What I miss?
you missed Kelkara put the bear trap on the stranger's head. The head comically popped off, the body disappeared into smoke, and now there is an unattended carriage available at the disposal of the gang. The four of
Come
the rest
crashing
group
out
that
of
was in
the
kitchen,
tavern.
they all run out of the tavern. There are guards that are everywhere as you are raining hellfire down from atop this tavern. I am going to say you have their undivided attention. I'm going to have you make a quick avoid danger roll as the gang runs towards the caravan that Kelkara pulls up.
Get in,
Hop
but
in,
don't sit next to-
motherfuckers!
Get in, but don't sit in the passenger seat. There's a bear trap there.
You
boy.
can use for your avoid danger. I will let you use your chaos for sure. Bazooka doesn't really help you avoid danger. I'll let you use Hellfire. It's something that you created, right? So we got to let you have that. So you
Nice.
get 3 dice.
3. Okay.
Just swan dive off the roof into the top of the carriage.
Like
Over
Assassin's
the
Creed.
back.
Major props and respect.
I was kind of thinking about diving onto the carriage, but I got a 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So what will it cost you to succeed? So you in fact do. You jump off of the roof of the tavern, landing onto the caravan. This caravan is very well built. It has wonderful shocks, and you land on the roof. As you
The
do
horse
this,
snorts fire and peels off down the road.
as you do this, you guys make your way towards the entrance of the gates, and as this is happening now, you're taking on fire from the fucking band of halflings, the Honey Bustard Bunch. They're all shooting at you with their bows, throwing javelins at you.
I
That's
told
not
you we
fair.
should have killed them.
We should have
Jessica,
killed them.
you
should
do
have
take
killed
a
them.
javelin injury and take 1 point of pain. So I need you to go ahead and roll a d6.
Hey, you didn't lose a paw.
I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
Okay, you can use
Shot.
zeal.
You
Use
can
the
use
point
zeal
of
to not
zeal.
die.
I will use a zeal.
Okay.
I-
Mark down that you've used a zeal.
Brent, why are you laughing at my death?
Because it'd be very funny if you like died from
And
that
then you make
after
another
just
newbie for
saying-
your next one, and then you die in that one too, and then you make another
That'd be
newbie.
awesome.
No.
That'd be so
like,
great.
You like Penelope just says like, I told you we should have killed them, and then javelin to the chest.
Oh, wait,
Oh.
Jessica, your special ability is being the new one, beginner's luck. Read the
That-
ability. What does it do?
Yeah, that only works on if I think that's a 1 on the roll, right? And what on my
You
death
critical
roll?
Failed. I'll give
my
it to
death
you.
roll?
Critical failed. So someone else can take a javelin instead of you. Beginner's luck. You pick someone else to get skewered with a javelin.
Can Ooze get skewered? He'll be fine.
That's-
I lost a paw.
So
Ooze gets skewered with a javelin.
He's very
He'll just kind of
sensitive.
split in half and then
He's
come back together
sensitive.
again.
He's
I don't
sensitive.
know.
It's
It's
more
a
of the
metal
emotional
javelin, so now he's
trauma
just
that you
rolling around
cause.
with a big spike on it.
I think
He's
I'm
a,
gonna.
he's a unicorn.
I'm not gonna use it for now.
Okay.
I don't
that's
think
fine.
so. I'll keep
fine.
the javelin and spend my zeal.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'm not
You guys-
ready yet.
You
yeah.
guys take off like bats out of hell in this caravan, and you make it through the gates. As the gates close behind you, the alarm sounds, and you hear just this yell of just defeat and anger coming from behind you.
The whole
all
time,
of what
Isaac
you can
Vickle was
only
on the back
assume
of the
is-
carriage, like "Fuck you, mate! Fuck you!" and you stop.
So Ripa, as you're doing that, you
Nice.
see the person that's yelling, and it's
Your
Firebrand.
pies were delicious. though.
Grimblebore Firebrand is yelling in anger as you escape
Burning
from
me
his
in the
tavern
face.
after causing chaos.
Did you get it? Did you get the goods?
I
Yeah, we
don't know.
got the chef.
Did
We did. We got the
Got the
chef.
hands.
We got his hands. Well, his hands.
And
well, his
we
hands
have
are
this.
him because his hands they're cook.
Right.
It's complex.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
We also got
What?
this. It's a book. Ooze. What does it say?
I'm gonna let somebody from the chat can say what the book is if they want. It can be like any novel, any fictional work.
It was
anything
in
like
a
that.
kitchen. It needs to make sense, okay?
Yeah,
Does it?
but you know, light reading and all.
For a pair of invisible hands, yes.
Some Martha Stewart Snoop Dogg collab.
Maybe it's got some good recipes in there.
Grapes of Wrath, right? It's like the Grapes of Wrath because it's got grapes and the chef doesn't have eyes, so it's fine.
Oh man,
Gilbert says it's a Betty
You
Crocker
stole the
book.
Grapes of Wrath.
it's a Betty Crocker book.
it's a Betty Crocker cookbook. Yep.
The autobiography of that
Classic.
one
I
guy.
tried.
as you guys exit the town, we're gonna go to the end scene
It's
here.
entirely
So-
filled with how to make Jello molds, like the gross dinner ones that have like turkey and peas in them. The entire book.
Oh my
Aw.
god.
Those
We're just,
things
just
from the
looking
f-
through it, like
Is that
we're
Betty
like,
Crocker?
ooze, and he just like closes the door, like, give me some privacy. Like,
I know.
Amber.
Oh.
Yes, it's one of those.
Amber.
Oh,
Okay.
you dirty
He's here like-
Jello and
So
there's like a
But
full
more
cutout.
jello-y in the
Full
bathroom.
melon.
Oh, Jello mold.
Just more oozy.
But Betty Crocker does have dessert recipes. Maybe I wasn't too far off.
so
Crocked
to
and loaded.
conclude the session, you guys hightail it back to the dungeon. You bring the hands to Jellianitis and Danny DeVito, and they are very pleased with what you have gathered. In fact, Jellianitis betrays some sort of feeling that you can't quite comprehend, but you
Vibes.
feel like maybe he has history with this person that you've brought him.
Ah.
Danny DeVito is very happy, and he conveys that the master is very well pleased, and you will all be rewarded handsomely for what you have done.
Can we shake
you
in
are-
celebration?
You are all treated.
As long as we don't offend.
You are all treated to a wonderful meal that evening, prepared by the master himself, which is something that none of you have ever experienced, save
I'm gonna
it's
dip
a
my
bread-
severed
it's a
arm on
me.
Squish's smoked olive oil and eat it like a breadstick.
There you go.
Just gonna wipe it off of Squish.
Wish you have a severed arm caressing your body. Like,
God, I mean, there's worse things.
okay,
As-
okay.
Worst things.
Yeah.
As this
She's a
this scene
junior. He's the
concludes,
junior.
There is a
Kalkara. He has
cutscene.
to do it.
So, we are back. We are back at the Brass Tacks and Hard Facts Inn, and on the ground there is a nutsack. On this nutsack is a specific identifying thing, whether
Mole.
it's a brand or a signature mole,
A wrinkle.
what have you.
Some hair.
Property of Penelope.
Thank
The,
you,
uh,
Trent. Thank you.
The proprietor is there, Brimblebore Firebrand, and he is sitting across the table from a figure. We can't quite see the figure. And he says, "They left this behind. Do you think this will be enough to track them down?" And from the other end of the table, the voice responds kind of sultry and smooth like a cowboy. And it says, "This should be enough." The figure stands up from the table, grabs the nutsack, grabs his beautiful decorated katana, and you hear the clink and jingle of cowboy boots and spurs as he walks out of the tavern. And that is where we will end the session.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That was great.
Sultry like a cowboy. That
Sultry
those
like a
actions
cowboy.
sound-
He's
It's a very sexy cowboy.
It's a sexy cowboy.
Like a cowboy
He's
with
like,
really tall boots and stiletto
he's like,
heels.
I wish I could quit you. Takes the nutsack.
A katana is this fucking written equivalent?
Yes, it
Could
is.
be.
you want my guns?
Oh,
Come kiss me
maybe.
for it.
Alrighty, guys, that is all I
Nice
have.
question.
Everyone,
For
so
my
thank you
guns.
so much for joining us for this evening of absolute shenanigans and chaos.
Wow.
Thank you all, players, for doing such a great job leaning into the game. I had a ton of fun. I think you guys really kind of embraced the whole premise of the game, which is just to cause chaos and just really lean into the storytelling. There are rules, by the way, for what happens in subsequent sessions. We did leave on a cliffhanger, so if we ever return for another round of For the Dungeon, we will start with kind of what the minions have been
Downtime
up to in the
was.
meantime. Ripa, anybody else have anything that you guys want to add?
Think so. I think so. Next time we'll be back with more Bison, Olsen,
Indeed.
Bison. So we can deal with the fallout of that mystery and Old Mog kicking our asses, and then I think we're probably
And then
going to
get your ass kicked by a new and exciting terror
Yeah.
that goes up in the night.
I think we talked about possibly then one more Bison mystery, and then
Maybe not.
Ending. Yes.
And- yeah.
we don't know yet. So we
We don't know yet.
quite how it's going to go. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
There is definitely one more coming now. Maybe there'll be a third. Maybe there'll be something else in between. We'll see.
That's right. Either way, we'll have more Bison soon. That'll be the
More
next one.
bison.
And probably, I would say definitely more for the dungeon because I had a lot of fun. So
That was great. I was going to say we haven't had this much chaos, I think, since Fishblade.
no, we really haven't. And it's like it's cool. We've never had a cast of like stupid characters we could just return to. You know, we've always just done a one shot, and we've never really gone back. So it would be fun to just have recurring idiots. And this is a perfect world. Like Troy has a great idea of like adding all of our dumb characters from past things in. Like that's totally Rin McQuiblets.
Absolutely, it is.
It is. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Good call,
Rin
guys.
McQuiblets.
Some
Rin
of the
McQuiblets
stuff,
Galactic.
All the way
some of
back to
characters are on
Mothership.
stream, but yeah, Rin McQuiblets is from our Mothership one shot, which is like the second thing we've ever ran.
Yeah, it's like our first one shot. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Samurai cowboy in space.
I mean, I'm
Yep.
down. I love Penelope. I love her. She's great.
She was fun. Ripper was fun too. Ripper
The
was
Devil at the Crossroads was also a
Really?
Easter from our
Oh,
carnival.
was he?
Yes,
yeah,
Skinny,
Carnival.
Crossroads
yeah,
Carnival?
Yep. The Crossroads Carnival. Troy's
I
character.
could not tell who it
Troy's
was.
character.
Yep,
Yeah,
Levi.
when he said he
Were
was
you
really
Levi?
thin, I was like,
Yeah,
it's
it was
Levi.
Levi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Levi.
it's Levi.
I did not make the
I
connection.
did
until you
not
mentioned
get
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
I think because he was wearing maybe a coat and a hat.
Yeah.
And
Instead
my
of like hooks
character
and
was
bondage
from
gear.
Three Raccoons in a Trench Coat. So.
Coats and bondage gear. He did
Yeah.
not look like. He didn't like.
Your character was all 3 raccoons in a trench coat. 4th raccoon is out there somewhere plotting its revenge.
Somewhere.
He's
To usurp
semi-retired.
the throne.
He's just enjoying Cialis by himself. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen,
Sounds
we
like
all
enjoyed by
Cialis
yourself.
and Werther's together.
Yes. Yes.
he's terrorizing another nursing home somewhere behind a
No.
dumpster. Yeah. It's his vacation, all right? We rotate for vacations.
No.
Yes, you
He'll
can't
come
all
back
leave
for the
at
next
same
one.
time.
Gotcha.
Someone's
believe-
gonna pilot the ship.
Yeah.
I fucking
Yeah.
love it when you drop the trench coat and then there's 3 feral raccoons running the store.
Literally
I couldn't help myself. It was shiny. That's
That
my
was good.
whole reason for
All right, so
being.
I think
So good.
we lost
No.
Jess again. No,
No,
we didn't.
that
We
wasn't me.
No, we just reorganized. I
We
don't know, whatever.
did.
Everyone
weird.
change places.
It's case. It's just chaos. So anyway,
The next
on
time that
that-
happens, if we're
on-
playing this game and like we get shuffled, we should all
Change
just start playing whatever character shot
Yes,
works out of the hand.
yes. Oh my God, yes, that'd be hysterical.
Amazing.
So
I
yeah, we'll be back with Vicen in 2 weeks. Find us in the meantime at any place you can find us. All the social places, we're DMs After Dark on all those places, and you can email us if you want, or Discord, message me. Some people do that to ask about RuneQuest stuff now, so why the hell not just ask me
So
stuff?
cool.
I know. And check out our Redbubble. We'll have the link on YouTube. This will be up on YouTube by Monday, the latest. And that's all we have for now. So good night, everyone. And until next time, Troy.
Don't stare directly at the sun.
Yeah,
Yes,
there you
don't
go.
do that.
Don't stare directly at the sun. Enjoy
This
your
only
eclipse.
makes sense too if you're in New England where the eclipse is right now. If you're
Yes.
anywhere else, you're gonna be like, why would I look at the sun right now? There's a big
Yeah.
eclipse coming and people are gonna stare directly at the sun no matter how many times we tell them not to.
That is correct.
Not just in New England. I mean, it's gonna cross.
I was gonna
the
say
United
Texas.
States.
Yeah, if you're
Texas.
in the line of
Maybe.
totality, this makes sense too. If not, you're like, why the
Don't
fuck would I
stare
look
at the sun
of all days
regardless.
now? It's
Yeah.
coming.
Don't do that.
Everybody wants
Yeah.
glasses. They're gonna look
And-
directly at the sun.
Protect your nuts.
Protect your nuts. It's always
Gird your nuts.
protect your nuts. Or I want to go with Jess's line. If you've got a pair of nuts you really love, you should lock them up in a box, apparently.
Those were
Good night,
precious
everyone.
nuts.
Yeah, protect your precious nuts. Lock them in a box. Wow.
The cage. Yeah.
Make
Good
them
night.
the
Yeah,
family
yeah, yeah.
jewels.
Good night. That was amazing.